Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, gang? Going all right. Trying to take some deep breaths, you know. It is Wednesday, June 10th, 2026. What's up, Purple Drink Man? A lot, gotta be honest. But we'll get to that in just a second. I actually do have a fun poll prepared for everybody. I've been getting them ready. I've been having them on the fire. But here we go. This one is: you witness a coworker take credit for your idea during a meeting. You correct them publicly right now, pull them aside after, tell your manager separately, or say nothing, complain in private. So I'll say that one more time. You witness a coworker take credit for your idea during a meeting. You correct them publicly right now, can't let them wait. Pull them aside after to kind of keep it on the DL, but be like, hey man, what's going on? Why'd you do that? You can tell your manager separately. You don't pull them aside, you pull your manager aside and go, hey, they stole my idea. Or you say nothing and complain in private to your other coworkers and go, he stole my idea and said it to the boss. A few options there. Can you tell I'm running out of fun poll ideas? But how's everybody else doing? The music's done, and I will now explain my situation. I'm moving tomorrow, supposed to move tomorrow. And I've never had to do it before, but today is the day when I start internet begging. If anybody can find it in the kindness of their heart, go donate on my coffee. I just set it up today. If you feel so inclined, I really would appreciate it. Just really stressing out about this move. We need to be out by next Tuesday. Need to make sure we have everything moved by this weekend. And I have today and tomorrow off. I'm working through the weekend, so just trying to get it done ASAP. Again, no pressure to anybody, but again, I would appreciate it nonetheless. But that's all besides why we're really here, right? Which is the Goofs, the Gaffs. We have some Reddit posts, some Instagram posts, some videos, including some Moses cooking. Good. But we have to start a few Instagram posts. And I thought this one was funny, and it reminded me of something. I left a comment here that I'll read after we watch the video.
Wop, 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 wop. Lithium? Like what they put in batteries?
Precisely.
Wop, 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 wop. At this point, I'll try anything.
Snoopy straight laughed at him. But I put a comment of this. When I was in high school, I was in theater and I got the lead role of Charlie Brown in a musical, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And was pretty happy about it until my teacher told me it was because I carried the same air of melancholy. I assume my reaction only solidified their argument. That's a true story. That really happened. And I was just like, what? I was kind of just like, what do you... It's kind of rude. I'm a depressed little boy, I suppose. But shout out Peanuts, shout out Charles Scholes, that dog Snoopy, my dog. What's his fat brother's name? Or are they cousins? I always forget. It is Olaf. I thought it was Rolf, but that's Ed, Ed, and Eddie. My dog Olaf. We like Spike too, but Spike gets too much credit. Moses is the eel pit when he eats them. Just a few delicious eels here and there. And then I do have a few posts that were sent to me. This one was sent by Tiff, I think. So shout out. Thank you. I think I had seen this before, but I wanted to look up because I found a few different angles because I hadn't seen this angle yet. So I wanted to find another one too. But I went to my first rodeo and this happened. I think there's music playing over it, but bucking on a bronco. And look at him go up on the fence. Amazing stuff, isn't it, folks? Hitting a backflip and taken out. Just like a Mack truck. Flattened. And honestly, that angle I don't think is that bad. That one isn't that bad. This angle makes it look so much worse, and I think is much more representative of what happened. That was a great intro, but again, I think it's music. A lot of bucking, jumped off, did a little roll. You know, he was really on top of it. I do kind of put this on the other riders. Why'd they ride so close to the fence in the first place? They should have seen that coming. Yeah, he gets, like, flattened. He gets hit-sticked by the horse. Ooh. Oh, Michael Jackson.
Jackson in Men in Black.
He was having an album come out. Sony really wanted to put Michael in some part. And I said, oh, please don't.
Okay, yeah, it's just talking about Michael Jackson. Yeah, I hope him the best. I hope he can get back on that horse and giddy up, cowboy. But maybe what he needs to do is go to Westfield in Stratford.
Yo, what's happening? I think we've done it. I'm American. Could you help me fit in? I know who you are. You know me? Yeah. Literally the only one that we have. Oh, the matching set. Guys, we're here at Westfield Mall and we're about to assimilate. All right.
Baiting out skets at Westfield Mall. Bait out the biggest sket you know. Only a few of you will know what I'm talking about. You might be confused that I know about that. But who knows?
All right, guys.
I do find it funny. A bunch of people just tell her she might get robbed dressing like this.
I think we've done it.
Yo, go, right?
You don't get it. They're afraid of her. She's the roadman.
Why are you dressing like this? You trying to get jobbed?
Would you say I've assimilated?
Definitely blended. Yeah, you're definitely dressed well.
Yo, Wagwan. I'm trying to find my gang.
Yo, are you good? Are you mad, bro? Are you dizzy?
You'll definitely get robbed like that, looking like that around here.
What's good, mate?
I'm good.
I like your outfit. We're kind of twinning right now. One day we'll make it out, bruv.
I did love how genuine he was. One day we'll make it out, bruv. Soon. Soon. He felt that one. His music was blasting. We'll make it out. Honestly, maybe he wasn't listening to music at all. Just his own thoughts.
Let's go get some food. We're here at Morley's, if you know, you know.
Spicy box, yeah?
Yeah, thank you, Gangy. Let's be real, I know we've all never heard of this place. Are you laughing at me? But I was told to eat here by British youth. This is the first bit of seasoning I've seen in England.
I saw this genre of human being when I was in England in 2024. It's become more popular. The roadman used to be something you made fun of. Then Central C made it swag.
The ice is just crushed ice. I've never had lamb ribs. It kind of smells like a zoo. But I do honest reviews. This is my burger in it. How many times per hour do you say in it? You know when you're in public school and like middle school and they give you like a chicken patty? I'm so used to like American food that British food is just like, it can't do it for me. Dabe was not gonna.
What do you mean? You don't like British food? You don't want, Here, let me see if I can find it.
Yes, bro.
You don't want Spud Bros?
What we getting?
Cheese, chili, crispy onions, please, man.
Cheese, chili, crispy onions. Bit of a clump of a cheese in there. We're on a 3 cheese now. Buzzing. There's not much chili left, mate. I'll give you what I can. Do you want a bit of spicy beans on top or something?
Yeah.
What?
Crispy onions?
Yes, please.
Do you want to try a bit of the tram special?
Like, I'm sorry. I'm cool with like a baked potato truck. That sounds awesome. I love baked potatoes. A lot of toppings you can put on a baked potato. You can put chicken in there. You can put like, you can put a lot of stuff. Beans is not one of them. A potato is already like got mush to it. You don't need to add more mush. I'll pass on that one. I'll eat them separately, but I will not be mixing.
Fuck, go on, lad. Yeah. That is sick. Look at that. You know what, mate? Because of that order, you can have it on the house. That isn't sick order, that. Yeah, just there, bro. Nice one, bro. In a bit. Bye-bye. Hey, mate. You alright?
They're always lined up too. A baked potato is such an easy thing you can just make at home. I don't know why they're. I mean, I guess it's because of all the filling, like all the fill-in. But still, like lined up as they open. How many of these people do you think are wasting their lunch break waiting on this? Yeah, and too many starches. Exactly. More sophisticated way to say what I said, which was mush, gross. Yes, all the starch. That's the problem. Whatever happened to this guy? So this comes from Isaiah R. Martin, and this was about Deaf Noodles. I saw this just, maybe it was because it was liked by Avery. That might have been why it got in my algorithm, but I think I saw it. I don't think he had liked it yet. I feel like I saw this when it was pretty small still. And this just really cracked me up because, and we'll see it later with Idubbbz, people like to think that it's, like, especially what I'm talking about is a snarker specifically. H3 snarkers like to assume Ethan and the H3 like community is a like a force that only spreads hate, when in reality it's like the people that receive the hate also receive hate from a bunch of other communities as well. Because Deaf Noodles, while Ethan was trying to be amicable, the chat and community was not. So, yeah.
Thank God you're not in Congress, dude.
You won't be either. So congratulations. Yeah? I guess we'll both be sitting right there together.
You better
right?
not bet against me, bro.
Okay.
You better not
bet
against me. Who are you running against?
Deaf Noodles just, how old is he again? Isn't he like 40? He just acts like a little kid. Don't bet against me. I've always been the underdog. You never seen an underdog like this.
Who do you think I'm running against?
I don't know. Who are you running against?
Guess.
Who?
I'm taking Adam Schiff's old seat.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Many months later.
And yeah, I mean, people did do worse than him, but I guess that it, no, I mean, because I was gonna say, I guess it might not say a whole lot because he does have like an online following, but the online following would have to be localized, and I don't necessarily know if that would be the case. And so, you know, good for him. He did do better than some. Shout out Denny Boy. And then these were sent to me by J.H. Cruz. I have two back to back. Or actually, I think I should show this one first. Scary Song I Wrote by Blast Ritual.
You are in love with a handful of bugs, and you thought it was a man the entire time. You are.
Honestly, he was kind of hitting those notes. Man's got pipes.
You are in love with a handful of bugs, and you thought it was a man the entire time.
And this is from Kevin Tierney. Kevin Tierney. Did you lose your high school sweetheart, or did a relationship not work out? If so, how did you get over your breakup?
We were high school sweethearts, say you couldn't stay cause you had to move away, so we tried long distance. But one day you texted me to say that you wanna break up. I asked why, and you said to me that you found another guy. We were high school sweethearts, say you couldn't stay cause you had to move away, so we tried long distance. But one day you texted me to say that you wanna break up. I asked why, and you said to me that you found another guy.
This reminds me of the other one that I had. Sec. I had shown this a while ago. By a while ago, I think last week, maybe. Where was it? It was the one that was like, you found a band that prioritizes lyrics above. Where is it? It's this one. I guess I'll show the one that I'm talking about. You found a new band that prioritizes lyrics and storytelling.
I never knew which way life would go, but don't worry, I've seen all the TV shows. Thought my life would be like hell, so that dumbass from that 70s show. Kicking and chill, relaxing, all cool, just some people outside of school. Not a worry in the world, not a thought in my head. Just chilling, knowing everything Uncle Phil said. Turns out life ain't nothing like that. In fact, many times it turns out real sad. I remind myself it ain't all bad. This is temporary where we're at.
I'm not gonna lie, I was at work and had this line stuck in my head.
I never knew which way life would go, but don't worry, I've seen all the TV shows. Thought
My life would be like hell, so that dumbass from that 70s show. Good writing? You tell me. Do they focus on that because they sound bad? What are you talking about?
Let's get drunk, let's get high, let's enjoy life tonight. Party like there's no tomorrow. Let's get drunk, let's get high, let's forget life tonight. Forget all of our sorrows. Let's get
Lyrics give rager, energy gives church camp. I'm sorry.
drunk, let's get high, let's slip away tonight. Middle fingers up to the sky, and let's get drunk, let's get high. Let's sing the bombs at night, and in someone else's bed tonight. Let's get
this one isn't as poorly structured. Because what I was going to say is the issue with these is it's like this one also wasn't as poorly structured. It just wasn't a very good song. When you're trying to prioritize lyrics, a lot of the time you forget that you're making a song. And I feel like that's what happened here. He's trying to put too much of the story into it. Like we understand you have to draw us in, but you know, I just thugged it out for real, for real.
We were high school sweethearts, say you couldn't stay cause you had to move away, so we tried long distance. But one day you texted me to say that you wanna break up. I asked why and you said to me that you found another guy. We were...
The voice though. The voice of an angel.
Today is your last chance to get almost anything from my merch store that will be...
I thought he was singing for a second. This one's just him talking and the audio got taken down. And maybe he had music playing over it.
Hey everybody, starting Friday.
We were high school sweethearts, say you couldn't stay cause you had to move away, so we tried long distance.
I don't know if he has any more.
I didn't want to live in a world where you are gone. How do I move on? I can't imagine life without you. Our time together will last forever.
Maybe a realistic angel that looks and sounds terrifying. Voice of a biblically accurate angel.
We were high school.
I guess that's just his hit. He's got the two back to back.
Through every storm we may face, I will always be your home to embrace. Forever and ever in time, I don't want to lose you, darling. No one compares to you.
I could listen to this going 95 on the freeway. I'm a Canadian music artist songwriter. I enjoy creating unique music in many genres. Can we hear some Screamo next, Kevin Tierney? Kevin Tierney. It sounds like it really does sound like Kevin Tyranny. I think it's just Tierney, but maybe he could be in like a death metal band or something. Sorry, you got a teaser right there. You got a little bit of the future, a little bit of sight into the future for a second. But here's a little goof that was put on the H3H3 Productions subreddit. Need Ethan and the crew's thoughts on washing yourself. Throwback to the wiping yourself discussion. This is a good conversation, and I think it brings up an interesting question.
So wait, when y'all shower, y'all don't shave, you open your cheeks to let the water through?
That's different.
You don't do that?
That's different.
You do that?
That's different. That's different.
Do you do that?
When I'm showering,
touch my ass in the shower.
So you don't spread your shit?
No.
What? When I'm showering,
wait, what?
I don't spread my shit.
You don't wash your ass, nigga? That's why you fucking stink.
I'm a grown man.
That's literally what I've been
touching my ass in the shower.
You're in the shower. That's why you're in there. You're cleaning your whole body. I don't play with my... I don't touch my penis. Ugh. I was about to say I don't play with my penis. that would have been still in a similar vein, but just a weirder a weirder phrasing. Ew, I'm a grown man. I don't see what that has to do with anything. I kept my ass clean when I was a boy. I've grown out of that. Gotta wash your ass. But here's the real question, right? Because this brings into question the whole argument about washcloths. Because some people use washcloths, some people don't. In most of my life, I used washcloths. Until I moved out on my own and I started just realizing I can just do the same thing with my hand. I can rub off all the dead skin, get it all, and then I don't have like a gross washcloth that I have to go wash and clean later. That's just me personally. You know, I think of myself like an ape under like a light waterfall, cleaning myself. That's how I get it done. But that's just me. And yes, I do clean my ass as well. You know, there was a joke for a while that was going around. I think it was on TikTok where it was just like, you don't spread it's like you don't want a man that doesn't spread his cheeks and let the water run down. And it's like, it's true. You got to at the very least do that. You got to do something.
Bro, it's
washing my ass is gay. I don't touch my ass, gay. I mean, touching your ass isn't even inherently gay. We just see where his mindset's at.
Part of you.
You're dirty. The
fuck?
That's why I've been telling y'all, you have to shave the ass hairs. He's the perfect example.
How do you clean your ass in the shower? I just bend over and spread my.
Bend over?
Yeah.
Why are you bend? You don't need to bend over, just spread.
Nah, because I gotta let the water.
You gotta be a man about it, though.
Hit the hole.
Yeah, the water's gonna hit the hole. You just have to spread, gang. Just stand up straight.
This dude in the iCarly shirt, you know, show him a bidet and he would go crazy. He'd like start backing out of the bathroom like, what do you guys got going on? I'm just gonna leave. It's no big deal. Like he seems in utter shock at this.
I mean, I guess it's the way the shower head's angled for me because I
it's not that.
I gotta like dip a little so I can let it hit the hole. But we agree on that. Like
I feel you though. I feel you.
We clean our asses.
But don't bend over though. You don't have to do that.
You don't gotta bend over.
Like where are you? What?
Where are you going?
What?
I'm a queer woman, so I can wash free of shame. So you're all good. You don't have to worry about it. See, the thing is, too, is it's like, why internalize any of that at all? Are you gay? Then why do you care? I'm cleaning myself. I'm making sure I'm clean. Making sure I don't stink. And for me, it's mostly just like, yeah, you have a lot of dead skin buildup that I don't think a lot of people think about. Like, one thing that I really like have been thinking about is I feel like a lot of people don't clean their feet enough. Because I feel like if you wash your feet every time you shower, you probably have less like issues in terms of mobility. Like people that can't like squat down and like get low. Like there are some people that genuinely struggle bending over. And it's like, I feel like if you're washing your feet consistently, that's not an issue. So some men are walking around with dookie in their ass. Yep, it's the truth. More than you'd think. The conversation really just started so abruptly, too.
So wait, when y'all shower, y'all don't shave, you open your cheeks to let the water through?
That'd be a pretty good soundbite just to stop everything dead in its tracks.
So wait, when y'all shower, y'all don't shave, you open your cheeks to let the water through?
It almost sounded like he was about to say when you shower, you don't shit. Don't do that.
So wait, when y'all shower, y'all don't shave, you open your cheeks to let the water through?
That's different.
You don't do that?
That's different.
You do that?
That's different. That's different.
Do you do that?
When I'm showering,
touch my ass in the shower.
So you don't spread your shit?
No.
What? When I'm showering,
wait, what?
I don't spread my shit.
You don't wash your ass, nigga? That's why you fucking stink.
I'm with him. I need a direct hit on my starfish. You're right. It's the only way you know you're clean for sure. You need to make sure you have that good water pressure. Just hose me down and I'm good to go. I'll spin around in a circle like this. Well, I think we're all in basic agreement. I do think this does bring in the one question, though. For everyone that's doing the right thing and is cleaning their butt, if you're using a washcloth, do you use a separate washcloth? Do you wash that immediately? Like, all of it seems like a lot of extra steps. When, like I'm saying, like I'm in the shower, it's like last step. Do that like towards the end, then make sure I'm all cleaned up, and we're good to go. Don't forget about the starfish navigation system. That's what I thought we were talking about. I thought that was the But in other news, I should have talked about this first, because this is outside of H3 news. Have you heard about the new Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo from the upcoming live-action Scooby-Doo Netflix series. And because it's Netflix, that's how you knew it was going to get messed up. And now here's the thing. I do like that they're using a real dog, but I'm really wondering how they're going to utilize it. Because I feel like I remember there was there not one Scooby-Doo movie or something where Scooby doesn't talk? Where he's just a dog? And I'm really wondering how they're going to do this, because, like, you know, there's really good special effects work in CGI where they don't need this anymore. They could just make this dog talk, and he's a puppy here. We're getting a pup named Scooby-Doo. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but Scooby-Doo Netflix series. Wait, let me see. I haven't seen too much from it. A lot of people have been stupid and have been like, why isn't he a Great Dane? Look at those paws, man. So it is Scooby-Doo Origins. Pup named Scooby-Doo, the TV show, but live action. Scooby-Doo is a real Great Dane for the first time ever in Scooby-Doo Origins. I can't play the trailer, obviously, but I'm just trying to see how he is in the trailer. But he just... Now here's the real question. Are they going to have the kid do a Shaggy voice? What's what is it? Frank Welker does Fred? What if the kid who does Fred does like an amazing Frank Welker impression? This is also interesting. Matthew Lillard recently came out about voice acting. Trying to find the exact quote. I think Hollywood has made a huge mistake by hiring actors that are not able to carry a part with their voice. As an actor, you have full function, your face, your body. You have all these things that you can play on when you're on the screen, but a voice actor has only their voice to work. The ability to carry a film as the lead of a film with only a voice is a power very few people have. And the idea that they keep hiring crappy celebrities to carry huge films is killing us. And honestly, I feel like Matthew Lillard is like the perfect person to say this, because Matthew Lillard got the live action role as Shaggy, did the voice so well, did such a good impression of Shaggy that he then, after the passing of Casey Kasem? Trying to remember all their names. Yes, Casey Kasem. After the passing of Casey Kasem, I think maybe even before that, Matthew Lillard started doing the Shaggy voice on all the shows. And I feel like he is the person, and I feel like he's directly calling out people like, you know, Chris Pratt. And I guess he's not calling out Chris Pratt, but he's calling out like the directors that hire people like Chris Pratt to do Mario. Because if you aren't going to try and at least do a little bit of you know, bringing that character to life, then why even do it at all? So shout out Scooby-Doo, shout out Matthew Lillard. That's why I should have talked about that first, because again, I have a few things that have nothing to do with H3 first. I guess that first one was mostly just butt talk, washing your butt talk, but it was from the H3 subreddit. But I don't know, I don't care too much. We're going to get a scene with Shaggy getting Scooby's ears cropped. Is that going to happen? I guess I never realized that, because I don't think the original, or maybe he is. I don't think the original character is meant to have his ears cropped. Because I saw people joking about that. I guess they aren't here. They just aren't as flappy as they need to be. Because even in like the artistic renderings, I guess they do start spiking up a bit. Depends on the Dane. Oh no, that is cropped. Yeah, their natural ears are longer. I guess maybe they are supposed to be cropped here. They're just more big, more bulbous. Sorry, it's like a tiny view. Sorry, Captain, we're still thinking about butts. Butts, Scooby-Doo. All the good things in life, you know? This was also interesting. Jason meets his twin on an Imaru stream. You might be thinking, who are these people? You probably know who Imaru is. Her face is blocked by chat. We know Tyler 1. Jason the Ween, former FaZe member. And Charlie, Moist Criticals, the cookie guy.
Jason, are you up for a little meet and greet? There's someone that I want you to meet, if that's okay.
Of course, man. I'm ready to shake hands. I'm ready to everything.
Here, hold on.
Oh,
Is he gonna bring the horse in?
I'm scared, bro. What is that? Oh.
What?
What? What the fuck?
What?
Let's get it, twin.
What the fuck?
I guess this is just an Imaru reaction. When I first watched this, I wasn't really paying that much of attention to her, and I just assumed that she was a part of this stream. I think she is just reacting to this Tyler 1 event.
Yo. Wait, I'm very. What the? What?
No, this is pretty crazy though, and the fact that it was Moist Critical, Charlie, Penguin Zero. You have to say all of his names, like Brian, Tarot Card, Stale 2000. Sorry, I couldn't remember all of his names. But it is funny that he did it because he's also the person that has his own, like, clones. They're not really lookalikes. They just dress up like him. They went to the Streamies the same year that Ethan's doppelganger went. Doppelganger, just his double. His body double. But this is pretty crazy. Like, this guy really does look like Jason.
What the fuck?
Holy shit!
Now run this 1v1. Imagine.
Oh my god, that's pretty much.
What the fuck?
Bro. Koi, what's good, dude?
Wait, who is?
I think we just need to realize that nobody's unique. There's somebody that looks exactly like you. It's the truth. For a long time, when I was a teenager, there was like maybe a span of like 3 years where people kept asking me if I worked at this nearby like grocery store. And I was like, no, I do not. And they'd be like, I just saw you there. And I'd be like, well, clearly not, because I'm here. I'm in front of you now. So if you saw me there, that doesn't really make sense. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. You might see a mirror self somewhere out there. And this is someone's private hell. This is personally my private heaven. You guys are already inconvenienced. How about a sprinkle of my religion down your throat for good measure? I would love to be on a flight and get in a religious debate with somebody. I would love to ruin the flight for everybody else.
Hey guys, since the plane is, not moving and, we might as well just
Honestly, it would be so funny to just go, excuse me, I'm trying to watch this. Can you shut up? Thanks.
have some good, deep conversations. I just want to let you guys know that Jesus loves you guys and that God sent his only son, Jesus, to die on the cross for y'all. And I just want to share because we're might as well. We're not moving. We're not doing anything,
I just thought about this now. The term Jesus loves you is kind of an interesting concept because it's never established that Jesus achieved omniscience or omnipresence after death. So who knows what he's privy to? He might not even know about me yet. Maybe I'll get to meet him one day. See, that sounds like a nice guy.
So I just want to share that God loves you guys and we might as well have a good time on the plane and get to know each other, So, love you guys. Just want to let you know that. Amen.
Yay. Shh. I'm watching this. Phew. Be quiet. I'm learning something right now. I think it's an ad, but still. I'm trying to watch Iron Man. Be quiet.
Just want to let you know that. Amen.
I mean, honestly, it's a good thing. I thought she was really going to try and start preaching to them or something. Have you heard about the Lord? When's the last time you picked up a Bible? Let me give you a little chapter you can read. Might help you out through this struggling time. I'm not even anti-religion, but I am. Like I said it before. Honestly, I think the Mormons have it right. I think the Mormons and some sects of monks, like there's certain monks that do it too, where it's like you go meet somebody playing basketball, you go to them, and not in this way, not on a plane when they're already stressed out. You do it like at a common ground where you're coming to them. I think the idea of like a monk going to a bar is such an interesting concept. Have like a monk, and I've watched a few videos of monks talking about this, where it's like you go and you find the people that are willing to like have the conversation. And sometimes there are people that are plastered, but it's like, you go there, drink some water, you have some, have a good time, have some conversations. I don't think that's bad. But I do think cornering people is what becomes the issue. But I don't know. I think that as people, it's like we just need to be forthright with ourselves. I have my own ideas. You have your own ideas. If I don't want to have the conversation, I'll just tell you no. No, thank you. Oh, come on. Why not? I just said no, thank you. Do you want me to just be more rude? Would that be better? There's always that option, Read Song of Solomon. It's about sex. A fun one. Hey, we're talking religion. That's not supposed to be about good times. Type amen in chat or a curse upon your entire family for 3 years. Only 3, though. Oh, and then I found this from r/off my chest because every once in a while I do like to just read stuff, give a little dramatic reading. I like this guy, but I'm so tired of getting. Sorry, let me restart. I like this guy, but I'm so tired of him getting insecure over his small penis. I told him that I don't care about his penis size and that I like him for him, but he still won't get over his fears of being intimate with me due to his penis size. I wish there was a way I could convince him that I don't care that he has a small penis and that I still want to have sex with him. But he's just so stuck in his head about how small his penis is that he can't see that there's a person right in front of him that truly desires him sexually. I wish I knew how to get him out of his head somehow. I understand that it's a big insecurity of his, but I'm so tired of his self-loathing. It's really affecting our relationship. I just love how many times they kept reiterating. His small penis just keeps getting in the way because his penis is so small and, he just can't cope with how small his penis is. What a lucky guy. Your small penis wasn't ruining the relationship, but it's starting to. It's not the penis, it's the insecurity surrounding it, but what does that insecurity stem from? No, don't worry. It doesn't stem that far. Oh shit, this post is about me. Oh no. This is my alt. This is everyone's girlfriend's alt. Everyone's girlfriend/boyfriend's alt account. It was created May 31st, 2026. Ooh, it is a true alt. I think you should tell him exactly what you wrote here. That sucks. Hope it works out for you. Maybe phrase it a little differently. You can phrase it differently, but don't worry about being polite about it. Blunt honesty is what he needs. You got to break through his wall of self-loathing. I don't know. Maybe that's how he can get convinced. I would tell him how it's affecting your relationship and that maybe you can compromise by doing some desensitization things with him to make him more comfortable with the idea. How about this? How about you just show me the tip first? Oh no, then it looks even smaller. Okay. Keener size don't matter. And if it does, I mean, they always have like those skins, right? Like those little like dildos that you can put on your dick. See, it's all just about being a real man. You know what I mean? It was the same thing I've said about hairlines, about losing your hair. You have to work with what you have, not compensate for what you don't. I guess the dildo is a bit of a compensation, but it's like a good compensation. Size does not matter. You heard it from me. I'm telling you that, so it's true. We need Zach's take on this. What do you, Zach? How do you feel about small penises? Honestly, he just needs to see a picture of this guy, and he'd be able to tell him if he really does have a small one or not. Hogwatch. Hogwatch. And a little taste of what we're going to get later, Moses. It's crazy how different these people are, yet they are both under the water umbrella and have very similar philosophies about water. This part's very untrue. Similar philosophies about water. I do not believe that Martin thinks that we become water when we die. Very much not the case. We decay. We just decay. It's not like a water release or anything. I don't even know how that process would happen. But yes, this is the pH scale. And someone pointed out too, they don't have similar philosophies about water, not by a long shot. Moses is all about new age spirituality bullshit. Martin, on the other hand, is all about science and facts. Moses is basically Bracho, but for water. Instead of a gaze, he has water and talking monotonously. We have extensively studied Moses' water philosophy. I'm telling you, I know the ins and outs of it. Water does get released, I know, but like, that's not the you. Maybe that's what he believes, though. It's not my mind or there is no soul. It is the poop and pee that I release. That is me. That is the real me. but we'll talk more about water in a bit. We have to touch quickly on Idubbbz. Idubbbz is getting sued by the one and only Ethan Klein. And I will say, at this point, Ethan's he's throwing his hat in many rings. I don't know if this is this one I do feel like is a weaker case, just because it's like maybe the defamation laws are weaker in Canada, but I don't know. What he said was shitty and is blatantly factually untrue. Well, I guess not what he said, but what he shared. But I don't know. I at this point, I just feel like Ian's so pathetic that it's kind of just like a pointless endeavor. But maybe that's just me.
It is official. I am being sued by Ethan Klein in the courts of Calgary, Alberta, for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this, but for now it is in the hands of the courts and our attorneys. I will say that it worries me what it means for the commentary community.
His hair in this one, we talk about his hair quite often because it's really greasy a lot of the time. It's not as greasy today, but it looks like he was just like playing with a curler. Like, what is going on with his hair? It looks like he like literally was playing with a curler, trying to do a few curls in his hair.
And especially the Canadian commentary community. But this is about all I can say, at least for now. I'm sorry that the stream is so short. I wish I could give you a lot more grease, but...
Grease us up, Ian. We know you got a lot.
I will resume the regular...
Wait, he did a 23-minute stream? I've been goofing and gaffing and shitting the giggles for 23 minutes. Or for 23 minutes. For 53 minutes. And he went for 23 minutes? Just going, ah, blah, 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 blah. Just pull up some Instagram posts to talk about. How hard is it? Truly.
Regularly scheduled content on Thursday. Again, I'm sorry it's so short, but we will be back. And I appreciate you being here for this important announcement. Have a good day, everyone.
I will have a good day. Thank you, Idubbbz. You know, I do miss the old Idubbbz, and not in that way of like, I miss the old Idubbbz, but in the way of like, what happened to you, man? What happened? This was also funny though, and this is what I was talking about before, and just shows that the hate spans multiple communities. It is not just as though the H3 fan base is the only people that dislike Idubbbz. And we already know that because of Kino Casino, but I think that it's kind of like, I don't know, it's pushed by the H3 Snark community a lot, that like the H3 community is in itself a Snark community that only sends hate, when it's like talking about news in the same way that something like Livestream Fails does. But Livestream Fails, again, has more people from other communities that dislike Idubbbz and like it more. When I saw it, the posts had, in this it shows 700, or do they show higher vote? No, they but it showed for some reason it showed in my feed like this too, back to back. And Idubbbz had 1.2k likes or upvotes or whatever, and then the Livestream Fails already had 8,000. I think it might probably have more by now if I checked. I'll do a quick check to see. Livestream Fail. And it has more active users for sure. Yeah, it already has 9K, almost 10,000. Oh, that's Reckless Spin. But yeah, it has almost 10,000.
This is how Cyril
I just have.
Gahn will beat Alex Pereira at the White House. Ready, Cyril? Show me how you're gonna leg kick Alex Pereira. This is how Cyril
at the White House. Be ready for it. Be ready for the White House event. Nothing but class for the White House. But yes, he had 10K on here. But this is also interesting. Kate is teasing a Snark-related interview. So, Uma Palma tweeted this out.
H3 podcast, H3 show After Dark host Kate Gorton, girl with a microphone,
recently interviewed someone about Snark, who, in my opinion, did not appear to be in a good state for a public interview. Let's just, really quick. Can I find this clip? Alex, do you have the head shaving clip you can just send to me real quick? I wanted to see if I could find it real quick. No. Why is it so difficult to find? But yes, this is the guy that shaved his head talking about wanting to release the thoughts of Ethan Klein from his head. And like, even if he was making a joke, it's just such an off-putting, weird video to make. And very strange, but yeah, I can't find it right now, so we'll just continue with reading this. But yes, just yet another snarker that I wouldn't be surprised if it came out that he is one of the, the does in this Snark lawsuit. But in Uma Palma's honest opinion, they do not think that this person is in a good state to be in public interview. The interview has not been released, so there is a great deal we do not know. However, the interviewee has since gone completely dark, and I have serious questions about how the interview was conducted, and why this particular person was selected due to their mental state at the time of interviewing. For the life of me, I can't understand why this interview was conducted considering the circumstances. Situation is developing. And I did find it weird that he had some kind of insight into this. That part is kind of odd. Like, you know what I mean? It is kind of an odd. Because did she talk about this on After Dark? Because I don't remember it. Maybe I was working when she said that. But hey, Uma Palma, why'd you delete this? And I know you haven't seen the interview, as I have the only copy. So how do you know how the person appeared? Also, who did this person go dark on? Because they talk to me regularly and tell me a lot. The panic here is palpable. And it makes me almost think, like, does Kate have a mole? Does Kate have a mole in the Snark? And then this person is now, like, maybe not replying. They've gone dark, quote unquote, not replying to Uma directly. Because I'm just confused. I don't remember her talking about this at all. Hey, y'all, what we talking about? We talking about the unemployed, Uma Palma. This is very interesting. So I'm wondering if we'll probably get an update today. Gwen apparently interviewed someone from the Snark community, and Snark is already in damage control mode. I mean, it's literally like, it was bound to happen that they were just going to start eating themselves. Like, you know what I mean? It's an Ouroboros of hate. But this does sound interesting, and I am excited to see this interview and what actually comes from it, what comes out about all of this. Kate with the ins, really. That's a big story, I think. But we'll see what comes from that, because I do think that makes the most sense, that it's somebody that Uma Palma has some type of relation with, communication, and that person has gone dark in communication to him, and so that's why he's also panicking and making these tweets. The interviewee is Ian. That'd be even crazier. They're eating the hate out of each other's buttholes. Exactly. It's an Ouroboros, but in like a am I saying it right? Am I doing too many syllables? But it's like a human centipede. Back to butt talk. Oh, and this is one of the best moments from After Dark. I will say, Harley stealing my swag? Now I'm going to go red for this whole thing.
Because the Knicks are getting so much attention. Oh my God.
What are you doing? What
Oh
are you doing?
My power just went out. My mic is still working.
And we see you also.
And we see you.
You see me?
You look like a ghost.
I'm just in the
You
dark.
look like a fucking ghost.
Oh my God.
Make
It's
her
fine.
big, David.
Oh, wait.
Oh
David,
my
make her
God.
big.
Fuck, my monitor is out too. Shit. We can do this.
You sure about that?
Welcome
Just-
to the spooky episode of After Dark.
We're going to finish this. This is
And
the
we-
show must go on, David.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
How's your
Fucking
Ignore him.
This also just didn't make any sense to me. How did this happen? How did her power go out, but somehow her internet stayed connected? And I guess maybe she, like, I don't know. Because how did her internet and all of her stuff stay connected? Like, also, even if it was like maybe on like a mobile internet system or something, I still feel like it wouldn't be as good as it was. Like, it was coming through perfect.
He's young. He's not professional like us.
Because
Ignore
everything's-
him.
Husbands for vibes.
They're all bad and scary.
Okay, good.
Good.
Someone
Top
said
down?
not Mega
Top
Mind
down?
Kate.
Top down? Is this
Worse.
like
Whoa, yeah, that's
Bohemian
crazy,
Rhapsody?
dude.
It's like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
Just a
Well, I was thinking the cover. Am I coming?
Yeah.
Am I coming in
it's fine.
low
Okay,
res?
just be careful. Yeah, now you're low. Jesus Christ. Anything else gonna happen?
So we're under attack. So we're literally under attack.
Yeah.
We're under attack. Holy shit.
Yo, what up? Welcome to the shittiest podcast.
The Dark Podcast. Wait, continue. I'm not.
Let's
dealing
wrap
with
this
that
up. Play with your pussycat later.
Cathedral in Reims is my favorite cathedral. Period. End of sentence.
Don't be talking about cathedrals in the darkness, Dracula.
Beautiful. Someone put this on live stream fails, please. This literally is an LSF. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and you know what? We've actually all of them
He's such an asshole.
done this. So we love you. So we can podcast you've ever
stupid.
watched.
That's right. That's
We're the
exactly
main
what
show.
I was thinking.
Jew.
David
podcast in the world.
I've always said that, Harley. I've always said that.
Yeah. Spitting facts.
We do it, baby. 24/7, 360.
It's very closely based on Paris is Burning.
Well, I put Paris is Burning in my own personal docket, so I'll definitely be checking it out.
Good. Yeah.
It is. I played it.
True.
I played the back rooms. It is. I played Escape the Back Rooms.
Where the fuck is he? Why is it echoing?
We would have fun. We would have fun. We can make it work. I'm telling you.
Honestly, he got a much better red than me. I'm much more pink than he is. I can't really get it too good. I feel like when I start going, it just ends up. Oh, the real me? The real me comes through? I could be Simpson. Look at me. It is me, Homer Simpson. Doe. Get over here, Bart. Get over here. Here, let's just Homer Simpson it up.
Where is he? Where is he?
I played it.
He looks like fucking.
I played it. Here, where are you, dude?
Why is he
Where are you?
echoing? I'm in Transylvania in a castle. Duh, bitch.
Spooky.
Spooky.
The way the way the light's hitting your glasses is giving you like huge, scary eyebrows. Like, I'm gonna
Oh my
fucking piss my
God.
pants.
Dude, this is so stupid.
podcast.
I gotta pull up the.
Yeah, I was giving tattooed eyebrows. No hate. I have family members with them. It looks good when you do it right. Imagine you're in the back rooms and you run into Shambhala Harley. What if I look up Shambhala Harley? Oh, it actually comes up. If you literally just look up Shambhala Harley, this image comes up. What if I look up Shaq Harley? Still number 2. Look at that. You just have to Google Shaq Harley, and then you see Shaq on motorcycles, but the second image, it's the second one. Sorry for my racist costume from 14 years ago. My apology in my last video, in my latest video. Harley made a joke about Canadians doing, like, not knowing about blackface. And I don't know if Kate just missed that he was talking about himself, but then she started talking about Justin Trudeau.
You look shocked as fuck, Harley.
You fucking won't show up. Lock in, dude. Lock in. Lock the fuck in. Turn your lights on. What are you doing?
I just disappeared. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
That's not a good
Oh
sign.
shit!
Take your glasses off.
Shit! Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay.
My head shape looks weird now that it's normal again, right?
All right. Well, are we good?
Sure.
I think so. I think it looks pretty good. Ended up in a good spot. And then just a last little goof from AB here. And I just got gifted a membership to the AB streams. I honestly haven't checked in a minute because I've been busy. So I need to start getting back into AB streams because this is pretty good.
Did I get it?
Just about. Some long legs you got there, AB. Oh. Look at AB. He's all legs. Just a little goof to end that off. And an update from Lus. H3 Snark attacks the judge. Ethan Klein versus Doe's, a 1-10. Dope! Dope! Because I'm Homer Simpson. See, it works! Ethan Klein versus the Does. Look, I'm one of them. Dope! It all works out perfectly. But shout out Lus. Let's go, Tony.
Snark has been extra snarky lately. They have decided that we are going to appeal the decision. This is the battle over the subpoena. This is the battle that Ethan Klein won. The magistrate judge sided with Ethan Klein, and now the Does are appealing, which is something Ethan Klein can do as well, right? Yeah, I have no idea why the Snarkers are so happy. They've literally won nothing. They won nothing. But not only are they going to appeal, so this is normal. This appeal is normal, okay? This appeal is normal. I'll probably make a video about...
Damn. Having to make appeals. Like, just let's think about all of this. Having to make appeals. It's not going to work at the end, I think. I think they've kind of just put the nails in their coffin. And the biggest fear that they have will happen, which is basically just shining a light into their dark corner, letting people see who these despicable individuals really are. But it's also just crazy because it's like it's all crumbling down around them and they're still trying to like save face and act like they're winning and everything's going according to plan. They're losing the case. I mean, it's still just in the subpoena phase, but you understand what I'm saying. Is I think that part's like necessary to state because it's like they lost. Oh my God, the Snarkers lost. It's like it's just the subpoena phase, so we have to like. There's obviously more to come that we're gonna have to wait and see. But then also they're having this interview with Kate, some Snarker. So like there just seems to be a lot going on. It's all crumbling down around them. What'll happen next?
About this tomorrow, because I think it's very fascinating. So they're so desperate, they made an appeal. It's a real appeal. The Ninth Circuit has accepted. Oh, they've also done a petition for a writ of mandus. Do you guys know what a writ of mandus is? Do you guys
Can't say I do. Fill me in, please.
know what a writ of mandus is? It is a powerful court order that requires a government official, in this case, this would be the judge, the magistrate judge, to perform a mandatory legal duty. So they're accusing the judge of not performing her legal duty, right? This is very serious, right? This is...
Oh, 1 second. I just got a call. Realize. I'm so sorry. I got a call from work. They were trying to get me to come in today, but I have to I got moving stuff I need to do today. Like really, today and tomorrow are my only 2 days off before I actually need to be moved out of here. So I'm like, I need to get my stuff done. But sorry, I had to make sure that I called them back so that they can actually figure out what they're going to do for today. How much is gas in your areas? Gas right now for me, it's gone down a little bit. It's like ranging between like 425 to 450-ish, I think. Gone down, quote unquote.
Very serious, right? Like this is...
But sorry, let's get back into this video. I had to step away for a second. That's my bad. I just crossed state lines and it went down 20 cents. That's a pretty, I mean, that's pretty good. A 20, here's the thing is people will say like, oh, you're going to go far for 20 cents. 20 cents, I feel like, is a decent, like, to go at least a couple miles. I'm not going to go 10 plus miles for 20 cents, but I might. If it's on the way. It always depends. I thought this was your job. What do you actually do? Well, no, I need more members for that to be the case, but we do this as the side hustle. No doxing.
Serious, right? This is very serious, right? Like, this is incredibly bad. Like, you are essentially saying that Judge Kim, no, the writ of mandamus is really bad. You're accusing the judge that you're appealing from, that she's not doing her mandatory legal duty as a judge. Either she's drunk or on drugs or for some reason, she's refusing to do her legal duty to rule in your favor. This is wild. We talk about how rare stuff is in the law. This is it. This is one of the rarest things you can do in the law. I have never seen one of these. I've only heard about it from my law books, right? It's kind of one of these things as a law student, you're just like, oh man, one day I'll do. This is like you attacking the judge. You as a lawyer are risking your career. Leia is putting everything down on the line. Putting, all the chips are moving to the table. So this is the...
It would be so funny if she was one of the snarkers. It's just like, fine, it was me.
A petition for the writ of mandamus, right? And we're going to take a look at it right now. This is another 47 pages that our good friend Leia has decided to kill some more trees over. I am almost certainly positive this is an individual who is just... The body count on these trees is high. Whether mandamus or alternative appellate jurisdictions lies where a order denying a motion to quash identity revealing subpoenas entered by a consent magistrate judge, that is Judge Kim, will irreversibly disclose anonymous speakers' identities. Whether the district court clearly erred by categorically exempting a copyright labeled unmasking subpoena from the heightened evidence. So they are attacking the judge. They're attacking the judge over and their decisions. You don't even have the power. You didn't know. This was heightened standard.
Kevin, would you be interested in seeing Hasan's reaction to Idubbbz's announcement that he has been sued? I would. Is that on the subreddit?
Whether the district court clearly erred by barring the DMCA thing, they're saying, oh, the judge made a mistake. Whether the district court clearly erred in crediting allegations of material concern. This is just kind of bullshit, right? Whether the district court clearly erred by treating plaintiff's needs to identify as satisfied by pleading inquiry when any standard, so here's the dichotomy here. If you think a judge is cannot make a mistake, so H-Free Snark is incredibly, they only misrepresent things, in their favor. So on one hand, tentatively, they're saying, oh, Denon's got him, as if an appeal doesn't exist. And on the other hand, they're literally saying the judge was wrong, we're going to appeal, right? So let me repeat this again. This is a very bizarre dichotomy they're saying, right? They don't quite understand. So they don't like the judge's verdict here. So they're appealing and saying the judge is wrong, and this is why they're wrong, and this is crazy, and right? So, but on the other hand, they're saying, oh, this other judge is right. This is a very bizarre dichotomy because they don't understand that, yes, Ethan Klein could indeed appeal number 2 if he wanted to, or he just continues with number 1. So they're literally appealing because they feel like a judge's decision was wrong. So not every judge and not every judge's decision is correct. That's why you have appeals, the mandamus if relief. The magistrate judge who issued this order was previously overturned in an unrelated case for failing to correctly analyze fair use in the context of copyright infringement unmasking subpoena, DMCA. Repeating her errors here, the magistrate judge refused to consider fair use and refused to balance the equities as required by controlling authority. So they're basically, if this is not going after a judge, I don't know what it is. So Leia will pay for this. You don't shit on a judge and not pay for it. Maybe not today, but you will pay for it tomorrow. And this is a very desperate act, guys. This is you saying, don't look at the arguments, right, that I've already made. Look at me attacking the judge. This is you saying that the judge is stupid and she's repeating her errors, right? This is, again, an incredibly stupid thing to do. because it could very well be that Leia will see this judge sometime down the road.
Well, I mean, it's also just probably not best to critique it in this fashion rather than just calling them errors rather than trying to articulate a misunderstanding or something like that. I feel like would probably be, but I guess I don't know the legalese.
And that's why you don't shit where you eat. The reason that lawyers don't attack other lawyers is because sometimes maybe we'll have clients on the same side. Maybe we want to settle, and it's good to have Leia is burning down everything. It's not enough that she's burning down, relationships with other attorneys like Rom. She's burning down relationships with other judges. This thing has gone crazy. Conclusion, the district court dispensed with every unmasking test, failed to consider fair use, accepted speculation about the purpose and intent. Those documented harms while ignoring the chilling effect of the First Amendment. So the First Amendment doesn't apply here. This is clear error. Oh, yes, it is Leia. Our good friend Leia Rosa Rulick wrote all 47 pages, right? Our good friend Leia Rosa Rulick is still at work. Still at work, killing the trees. Good job.
Thank you to our 1 month and older members.
Yeah, it's you should figure out a way to make them understand rather than just go you were wrong. You've made mistakes. Because from what I've seen, it seems like judges can be vindictive. You know what I mean? And sometimes if they feel like their intelligence is questioned or anything like that, they can be a bit rude, a bit mean. But here, let's check out this. Is this what you're talking about? This one? Supreme Leader Hasan Piker reacts to Lil Cal Ian Joma's Idubbbz lawsuit.
We have attracted a lot of the creatures ourselves, right? It's enjoyable for them to come in here. The Stoic Chronicles.
Damn.
Enjoyable for them to come in here.
His hair is thinning incredibly bad.
Stoic Chronicles.
This is why he doesn't brush it back.
So there's this YouTube channel called The Stoic Chronicles.
Okay. Thank you to Stoic Chronicles for clipping this.
Our source of Ian clips is Stoic Chronicles.
What is happening? What the fuck is happening? What is this? Ian Jomha, aka Idubbbz, announced he's being sued by Ethan Klein for defamation. Ethan is a monster, and anyone that doesn't see how he's destroying speech online will look back at this with disgust.
Official. I am being sued by Ethan Klein in the...
Oh no, I was hoping that I'd be able to be on that side, but I forgot. Hasan's here. Little head much? Little head much? Let me get to his scale real quick. Little head much?
Courts of Calgary, Alberta for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this.
Bro's opening new fronts like he's Israel? No, literally. What the fuck? I mean...
Why is this their main insult? You're like Israel, bro.
Is Ethan Klein the most spiritually Israeli podcaster out there? Actually, he's doing NSEG. He's just opening up new fronts for no reason. Why Alberta? Probably stronger likelihood of winning a defamation suit as opposed to America, where there's a lot more, there's a lot stronger rules around it.
Hasan reads with so much emotion. He reads everything the same. He reads it in this weird way where he goes did you say America deserves 9/11? Hasanabi, you fucking terrorist. I lost my brother in Iraq. You fucking Diddy Piker. He always reads it like this weird, not even like it's a question. He does this weird trailing off thing whenever he's reading.
I lost my brother in Iraq. You fucking Diddy Piker.
What?
This guy has the understanding of foreign policy of a 12-year-old. What the fuck?
What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked? America deserved 9/11, dude. F it. I'm saying it. What the fuck? Man who's been in here.
Hasan comes across to me as profoundly depressed. I could see that. That's why he's going on trips, doing stuff. He's trying to get out of his funk. But the funk follows.
Here for months. Can you do only political discourse and don't include Islamic doctrination? No, I can't. I have to. I'm sorry. I have to keep doing Islamic indoctrination chatter. Sorry. It's time for the daily saying of the Shahada. Sorry about your brother. But if I were you, I wouldn't be, constantly accusing Muslims of being terrorists, kind of.
You shouldn't just go around calling Muslims terrorists. But if there are people, regardless of if they're Muslim or not, supporting terrorism, I think that's probably okay.
Feels like that mentality is what justified the failed global war on terror, which led to your brother dying. So I feel like you're perpetuating that same exact cycle of hatred that will then cause others to go and die overseas. But at least this time they'll be doing it for a higher purpose, maybe to, preserve the interests of the most moral nation state of all, the nation state of Israel. Em Israel Chai, Em Israel Chai, Em Israel Chai. Anyway.
But for now, it is in the hands of the courts and our attorneys. I will say that it worries me what it means for the commentary community and especially the Canadian commentary community. But this is about all I can say, at least for now. I'm sorry that the stream is so short. I wish I could give you a lot more grease, but I will resume the regularly scheduled content.
I think it's pretty crazy that if you're like legitimately a mentally disturbed person and you just like lucked in to unfathomable amounts of money, you can just consistently be a demon and just sue people and try to bury them in fucking costly litigation over and over again. And especially if you like, especially if you're capable of reaching an audience that's like constantly demanding and rewarding you for bullying other people through this sort of frivolous litigation, then you can kind of keep it going. I mean, maybe your audience shrinks over time, but you can just like keep it going for as long as you have money. I find it very strange that there is no repercussions against this sort of thing. What is this? Ethan Klein is such a rat fuck coward. Now he's suing Idubbbz and his wife. He's made an entire career out of talking shit about people, and now he can't stop suing everyone who talks back. I'm sure the courts will love seeing clips of Ethan saying he will never stop harassing them. The sad part is, Destiny, omni-liberal sex pest, is the one who said H3 is likely a pedophile who's molested his own children, so Ethan decides to sue Idubbbz instead. He loves to go after people who he assumes don't have money to fight back. Yeah,
That's what I mean, is he reads it like it's supposed to be like a short message. The sad part is Destiny omni-liberal the one who said H3 is likely a pedophile who was molested by his own who molests his own children. Honestly, hearing him read over and over again now,
I got a subscriber.
I don't have CTE. Let's hear Idubbbz argue that one in court.
That one is actually
gotta cut that brain open, homie. We'll find out.
Really weird. Like,
you can only do it after he dies, so we won't actually know. We'll never know if Idubbbz has CTE.
This one is like such a strange case because like, what's the defamation? Like, Idubbbz didn't do the defamation. A whole ass third party, a separate person did, but you can't fucking go after them because you're afraid. So you're just choosing to go after the person who put the statement on screen. Is that what it is? He's suing Ian for showing this message on stream. Yeah, I don't think that is gonna hold in a court of law. Like, I don't think you can do that. I don't think that's even, I don't think there's even is there even a precedent for it? Like what could you possibly do in that situation? I mean, if you're if someone else is defaming you and if someone else has defamed me and another person is like using that for commentary purposes, is that defamation? Maybe in Canada? I mean, I don't know how it works in Canada. I mean, but the point here is not to win this case anyway. The point here is to fucking make them suffer. The point here is to make them spend a shit ton of money in defense. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this seems like it's an exceptionally silly defamation suit. Like it's not even like I don't know how any judge looks at this and goes, wow, this seems pretty egregious, and you know, we're gonna take this to court. Like, imagine going through fucking law school, passing the bar, like maybe becoming a
I mean, I'm sure they see a lot dumber, to be completely honest. I read the message. I don't think I said though. I think for the 1 month, Quasar's Cadets, Taco Bell Wi-Fi. Sorry, I don't think I said that before. Yes. They both have CTE, possibly. You never know. That horseback riding he did when he was young, that can cause some CTE if you fall off.
prosecutor, spending your whole career reading, teaching law, maybe becoming a judge, and then you're fucking facing this particular defamation suit. You're like, I've been a judge for 30 years, and now I have to sit here and look at this dumb bullshit.
I know I said I would stop, but this guy does this a lot. He just sits here looking for a comment in his chat he can regurgitate in a more eloquent manner. You have no idea how many of these moments I cut off just from this small segment on his stream. That is, I mean, that's like a majority of his stream, right? And I've kind of, it makes sense when you think about it, because like streaming 8 hours, 12 hours a day, however long he streams, whatever. Like at a certain point, you do just get bored. You do just get tired. You're just going to sit there and be like, what are people saying? Oh, yeah, that. Oh, no. So like, I understand sometimes why his energy is so low, but it's like, you just shouldn't stream as much then. Or figure out a different method of doing it to where it makes it a little bit easier. Because I'd say if you're going to stream that consistently, it would make more sense to do like IRL, maybe like, you know, IRL streams. Like that might make more sense. But desktop streaming for that long, like it must just be that he appeals to like different groups for like different periods of the stream, you know? Like watching all of them all the way through every day just seems crazy.
They got to do like a Interpol style full court ban for Ethan Klein. They gotta make it so that it's illegal for him to ever sue anybody. They're gonna have his face up in courts all around the world. Like they're gonna be like, do not take any lawsuits from this man. And when people say, oh, his lawyer is like taking him for a ride, like I think he's on the journey together. Like I don't think his West Bank lawyer is the one that's like taking him on a ride. I think his West Bank lawyer is just like silly enough to take whatever fucking case that Ethan wants to pursue. And sure, I'm sure he's being rewarded handsomely for it. But like, I'm fairly certain that Ethan is aware of what he's doing. There's a term for it. It's called vexatious litigator. I know, but it's somewhat difficult to become a vexatious litigator, no? A vexatious litigant is an individual who abuses the judicial system. Like, what are the criteria? The 5 and 7 rule. In many states like California, a person is...
I don't know. Stoic Chronicles is going a little too hard on this. Yeah, I think most people know what that means. But yeah, to actually understand what it means in a legal sense is probably a bit more complicated than just like the, you know, colloquialism that it's become.
Deemed vexatious if they file at least 5 meritless, self-represented lawsuits in a 7-year period. Oh my God. How many has he done? Well, this is in Alberta, so it doesn't even count. How many has he done so far? So we just gotta keep punishing him in the court of law. So in a matter of 7 years. So then after that, it's over. Wait, you have to be self-represented? Like, oh, yeah, this system is so cooked. Relitigating lost claims, attempting to sue the same person over the facts and issues have already been definitively ruled on by a court, repeatedly filing unnecessary motions, dragging out discovery, or using legal processes solely to cause delays or rack up legal fees for the opposition party. I mean, he has done that. Hasn't he? Ethan literally said a while back that he'd be looking at suing Ian in Canada instead of California because he said he was almost positive it wouldn't hold up in California courts due to our slap laws, so he already gave the game away. You would know better than anyone. Does he really have that much money to keep doing this shit? I have no fucking idea, bro. How am I supposed to know that? I guess the only...
I mean, just think about how much money you have. I mean, that would probably be like a good way, like good metric to measure it by. Be like, I think Ethan's probably about as rich as me.
Only retaliation in this circumstance could be potentially against his...
Honestly, you know what's interesting is I do feel like Hasan's not like the type of guy who doesn't look at his bank account. Like, I feel like he doesn't know what amount of money he has in there. He just buys stuff. He just doesn't care. He knows that he just basically has like a endless pool of money. Like, I truly do wonder what his like his accounting looks like.
His lawyer, if he's like participating in these frivolous lawsuits over and over again, I guess you could complain to the bar or something. But that's it. Not really anything you can do. It's America. If you have money and you're fucking crazy enough, you can literally consistently bully people. What is this? Take my breath away, baby. My God, moan in my ear like that. Talk dirty to me. Be my Twitter dom. Okay, no thanks, chatter.
On Thursday, again, I'm sorry it's so short, but we will be back, and I appreciate you being here for this important announcement. Have a good day, everyone.
They're convinced Ian went broke. Maybe he did. I don't know, but it was under the impression he rode that early YouTube money to chill life filming squirrels. I hope he has enough to go after Ethan's dumb ass. I mean, what's exceptional about this is the fact that the other...
I just love... That's such like a funny way to think about it. Because like, that could have been his... the way he moved, you know, that could have been his life. But that's not. It's just not. Need the intro. Need his bird, his little... Oh, he doesn't have it.
2 pound shit is mom's.
Oh, you can only watch his VODs if you're a subscriber. How disrespectful, Ian.
Person that made the defamatory claims is and then doubled down on
defamatory
on them is not being sued at all by the victim. In my opinion, you should go over Ethan Zionism again sometime for a video. His audience still think he's pro-Palestine. Brother, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think we can salvage his audience.
Brother, I'm gonna be honest with you, you really think Hasan's gonna take the time to script out a video?
Okay, I think if at
you should really outline Ethan Klein Zionism. Do it. Try, please. Outline it. Show the clips, please.
This point, after numerous frivolous lawsuits against pro-Palestinian content creators, after suing fucking Noah Samson specifically for his piece, his opinion piece on the service that Ethan Klein has provided in defense of Israel's crimes, and he considers that to be defamation. I mean, it's just, I don't even know what kind of audience he has left. I suspect that it's just a fucking weird assortment of like random reactionary toadies all over the internet that congregate and basically use Ethan like a lol cow, right? At this point, it's got to be that, right? I mean, maybe that and like some old head Teddy Fresh lovers, like 37-year-old HR ladies that still think, you know, oh, he's messy. That's why I like him. That's what I envision his audience to look like. That's the demographic makeup. It's just like weird fucking 4chan groypers and Kiwi farm enjoyers that are like, yes, pursue our base desires against these people that have wronged me personally by being a hijabi woman online or you know, pissing me off because they were a woman. Many of them just because they're women. But then also,
my God, like, why make this shit up? It's just so it's infuriating because I feel like if you really want to, and try and make arguments and like make your, you know, like actually make a point, but instead he's just going for the fucking easiest little dunk to be like misogyny. Obviously, it's because they're women. It's because they're women, and one of them is Muslim. That's a twofer.
Idubbbz, because he actually changed his mind on saying the N-word, and
But what about Noah Samson? What about like
I can't stand that. He grew up, and it reminds me constantly that I never did, and I
Oh my God. Ethan's growing up literally happened like 5 years before Idubbbz did.
hate that. How dare he lord over me?
He's
like,
literally just throwing shit at a wall, but it's all just sliding down. Nothing's sticking. It's all of it. He just has a shit covered wall now.
this. Kill them. Destroy their lives. You know, that kind of people. Was shocking to me. Kiwi farmers hate him because he's Jewish. Nah, but the thing is, you forget, it's like the Nick Fuentes equation, right? Nick Fuentes hates Jews, but he hates me more than he hates Jews. You know? And his fan base is the same.
There's such like a level of self-importance too. It's like, come on, man. Have a bit of humility. Nick Fuentes hates Jews, but he hates me more than Jews. Like, maybe that even is true on some level. Maybe it's because, like, as an individual, he sees you as more of a corruptive individual force than an ambiguous, like, group that you're trying to, like, you know, create as a monolith. But saying it for yourself just feels, again, just this level of self-importance.
Same. I think Nick Fuentes hates Jews more than he hates Israel, and I certainly think he hates, you know, people
Me.
like myself more than he hates Jews.
He hates me the most. Duh.
Straight up.
Straight up. I think he hates Jews more. See, I don't know. I think that it would probably be, totality-wise, he would probably hate Jews more as a group. But I think that he would probably be more disliking of an individual, or he'd be more disliking of Hasan than any individual Jew. You know what I mean? Because I do think Nick Fuentes is that type of racist, where he's like, oh, it's most, like, he would argue that it's most black people, but it's not all of them, so I can be friends with a couple. Like, that would be like his, I feel like that would be Nick Fuentes' argument. Is like, well, we need to get all other races out of the country because they commit crimes, but the ones that benefit me can help me for now, is kind of like the mentality that reads. But now it's time for the fun. And as you can see, I'm ready to go. I am water. I'm basically like, who remembers Sonic Adventures Director's Cut? What was this character's name? Was it just Chaos? I'm trying to remember what this character's name is. I think it's just Chaos. Who remembers Chaos? I'm basically Chaos right now. All right? Pretty sick. Looking pretty good. Water. Yes, water. You think it's like pigeon or something? Which one is this translating from? So what are we hungry for today? Some easy creamy Cajun chicken pasta, an easy one-pan chicken shawarma, authentic Arabic usamashi, how to make crispy potato stacks. What are we thinking? What are we thinking, folks? I think we saw the bolognese. I think that's where we started. We've seen these ones. We've seen up to the bolognese, I think. You know, I'm interested in this creamy Cajun chicken pasta recipe. Let's see if he's up. Honestly, 30 minutes for a recipe video. You got to chop these down, Moses. I feel like a recipe should be like 15 minutes max, unless you're doing some like baking or something that has like so many steps. Most of this is a mukbang. But maybe we'll stop there. It actually is only 15 minutes long. The recipe is only 15 minutes long. He does know what he's doing.
Welcome back. Today we're making creamy Cajun chicken pasta. One of my favorites here. Super easy. People want more easy chicken dishes. This is a fast one, tasty, and pasta. So what?
It's fast, tasty, and pasta. So true. You know, I just thought about this. This is an interesting comparison. Is Moses the next binging with Babish. With Babish? Babish? Because Babish, however you say his name, he also has kind of a monotonous tone.
General Tso's, chunks of crispy, dark meat chicken tossed in a sweet and spicy sauce. It's America's very favorite Chinese takeout item.
See, but that's the thing is, I guess he's not too monotonous. He just has like a bit of a deeper voice. He was more monotonous in the past, but the thing Moses has is he just feels more like, his voice seems more lethargic. It seems tired and slowed.
What more can you ask for? Let's get started. For this recipe, since we don't have a lot of prep work, I'm just gonna cut everything now. So we'll have it ready. And when we start cooking the chicken, just don't wanna make too much noise. For this recipe, we need 1 bell pepper. We're gonna slice it really small.
Okay.
Then we need
still no music
1
or anything playing over here. Let me add.
Sliced tomatoes.
I'm gonna make Moses'
So
video
you can
better.
see more or less 2 tomatoes will fill up this cup plus 3/4. And it'd be nice to use fresh sliced tomatoes.
See how much this adds to the video, Moses?
With the tomatoes, I also try to keep all the juice because that's added liquids and flavor for our dish. Next, we need half a yellow onion. This is a pretty small onion, so it should be good enough for us.
It's overpowering his voice now, though. He's so quiet. He's like super quiet.
I'm also boiling the water for the pasta right now. So we use 3/4 of that onion. It's pretty small. I think this is a good amount.
No
for
one
us.
measures tomatoes by cup. Hey, you do in this house.
Yes. But if you have a big onion, I would just use half of it.
The music's still playing when I'm pausing.
You
It's
can
confusing me.
also
So we're
use-
listening to his raw audio. Sorry.
Shallots for recipes like this.
It's eerie without the music. Imagine you're sitting there. You're sitting at the table watching him, scared. What is he going to do with that knife next? Just kidding.
Normally, I would do all this while the
Yeah, it helps mask his screaming children in the background. Yeah, I was hearing that too. But we need to take it all in. That's part of the ASMR.
chicken is cooking, but I just want to pay more attention to the chicken and make sure that it's not too noisy while we're filming.
Oh, it is.
Got our onion, like I said, half an onion to 3/4. Last thing, our garlic. So garlic, we're gonna use 3 to 4 garlic cloves. And I always get the same question.
Just don't want to make too much noise. Sounds like a horror video game and pretends to be cozy where you got to cook good or the ghost will get you. It is because hearing it from such a distance, like the echo and everything, it does just sound like noises coming from hell or something, just like because it's just like the kid because it's just because how old's their baby? Their kid's like, what's Malibu now? Is she, I guess she's not that old. A few years old though, right?
About why do we core the garlic, and if you do a Google search, it will come up that basically it's better for your digestion. Sometimes the bad garlic bread comes from the core of the garlic. And some people commented that it only happens if the garlic is kind of relatively old. But for me, it's easy to take it out. I don't mind it. There's something about it that feels right. So I just got into the habit of taking them. Sometimes I do use garlic that's a little bit old. In that case, you definitely should take it out. When garlic gets old, you see that this stem is what grows to be a new plant. So in a sense, this is not the garlic, you know what I mean? This is actually what's going to become the leaves and the rest of it. So once we press the garlic, we're pretty much done.
I will say it's still not that good, but he is improving ever slightly, like just little by little here and there. He's starting to add little tidbits in there about like, this is what you should do if you're trying to use garlic. Oh, here's how you know when it's getting old.
And we're chopping everything. And then I'm going to cut the chicken, season it, and start cooking, which just shows you how simple this dish is. And as most of you know, this garlic press is listed in the tagged products on the video.
Are we
So
selling
3 to
it?
4 garlic cloves. Water is almost boiling, and I'm going to drop this in. I've heard from a lot of people that recommended getting slow dried and bronze die cut. So I've been getting those pastas, and so far they taste good. So thank you for the
I get Rao's
recommendation.
pasta sauce.
I did wash the chicken, and now I'm
Feeling lazy.
gonna pat it dry. It always gets the seasoning better. I usually cut the chicken myself, but you can easily buy chicken breasts that are already thinly sliced. For a dish like this, it's not a problem, but let's say if you were making schnitzels, I would definitely cut it yourself.
I have probably
So
I have probably the most dangerous chicken cutting method. What I do is I take the breast, and with one hand I hold it, and with the other hand I literally go down through it while I'm holding it up. I get it pretty good every time.
this is how we do
I just
it.
feel like when I go across like this, like, see, I feel like I start. I mean, it's harder to follow what direction I'm cutting through to get my fillet.
As you can see, you get a beautiful slice. We want this thickness, and here this is just too thick, so even though I'm not gonna get exactly 2 pieces here, I do want
So you don't use a cutting board at all? I mean, it's there. It's mostly just to set stuff on
a thinner one.
and to do vegetables, obviously. But I don't. You don't use the same. Obviously, use different cutting boards for both. Do not wait. He used different cutting board, right? Oh. Well, I guess as long as you do the chicken second, it's not that big of a deal. As long as he doesn't go back to cutting vegetables.
And with the pieces that I have left, I use them for the kids. I make them their own chicken. Usually very simple, just like salt and butter. Also make sure I have no gristle or anything that would make the chicken hard to chew. So you can see here, that will go out. Because this dish is a bit spicy for the kids, that's why I use the rest of the chicken for them. So nothing really goes to waste.
Okay, yeah, we didn't need to know this part. This
You
is
can
slowly
see the
becoming a
line
vlog.
here, and that's basically the part where you divide it. And I'm going to keep all the gristle for that side. So you see it's easy. And then you can clean up the rest over here.
Yeah, we get it. You got to cut the chicken. Let's skip ahead. He really takes his time.
And here we're just going to cut. We have a little bit of gristle left.
Like, this is edited, you know what I mean? This does have cuts and stuff. I don't know why he felt like this was
There we
needed.
go.
We get it. You need to trim it.
So we got 4 beautiful pieces that now we can add our spices to. As far as seasoning our chicken, of course it's Cajun seasoning that we're going to use here. Now if you don't have Cajun seasoning, I will put in the description how to make it, because basically it's paprika, garlic powder, onion, oregano, thyme, it's canned pepper.
No, yeah, I wasn't going to say anything because I don't think it matters too much with chicken, but like some of that fat does render out and it's like it'll help with flavor and like cooking into the pan and stuff. But yeah. It's not that big of a deal to cut it all off. Mega cringe. Moses divided the chicken. I was thinking about that. Moses split the Red Sea. Do you think that that's his obsession with water comes from his namesake?
It's all mixed together. In the recipe, you basically have 1 to 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning. But here, in this case, when you have chicken kind of like this, I just season it directly. So if you have, you have small
Oh my
pieces of
God.
chicken and you mix it in a bowl,
Dude, that is a
it's a
ton.
different story. Here what I'm gonna do is just go directly on each one of them.
Well, I guess it's a mixed seasoning, right? Okay, as long as it's a mixed Cajun seasoning, I guess. It still just feels like he's like drowning him out.
This seasoning smells amazing.
Because he said it's a Cajun seasoning, it's like a mixed seasoning. I like to do my season blend myself.
We're going
You
to
go
add
layers.
some salt
That's at least how I do it. Make sure I have a consistency.
and pepper.
Trust me, I do a lot of spice on mine too. It's just that it just felt like there were clumps he's getting everywhere. Like it doesn't feel like he's doing an even spread.
I did take the pasta off the water, drained it. I almost forgot to reserve some pasta water. So always remember, gotta keep some pasta water. More salt.
If there's a lot of salt, it's too much, otherwise it's good. Well, here you go. Spoke too soon.
Some pasta water.
Just adding straight salt on is kind of crazy.
More salt.
Okay, he isn't going too crazy with the salt. A bit.
And here I can see some parts.
And see, this is what I mean though, is it's like it's just an inconsistency thing. He didn't put like any pepper on this one. Like watch that again.
And here
Literally
I can
no
see
pepper got on this last one.
some parts that didn't get as much seasoning. I'm gonna add a little bit more.
Because you do want a nice crust. You want a nice crust.
Like
to
I said,
form.
some of this seasoning is gonna be left in the pot
I guess it's
for
just 'cause
the actual pasta sauce. We're gonna use 2 tablespoons of
He
butter.
grinds his salt and uses pre-ground pepper. I didn't notice that. That is very backwards. I have a grinder for both. We use Himalayan salt. Just because we haven't gone through the bottle yet. I forget what we got it for first. We had gotten it and then ran out of our other salt and we were just like, just keep using this Himalayan salt.
Butter.
It's all the same, right?
This is 4 tablespoons, so half of it. We set our temperature to medium to high heat. We got 2 tablespoons of butter. I saw somewhere in the video that adding a little bit of oil to the butter helps. It keeps it from burning and helps it basically
Interesting.
cook
Never heard that.
longer.
I
So
usually
I'm trying
just
that
use
out.
oil instead.
We're adding the chicken and we're going to let it cook for 5 to 7 minutes.
I mean, most of the time, I just cook in like an olive oil, which I don't know if that's like a conventional way to do things, but works for me. I just do this, basically the exact same thing he did. You season up some chicken breast, cook it in a pan with some olive oil. It's good to go.
We just want to cook it until it's golden.
I do love that his like cooking videos are like the most simplistic recipes ever because they're literally just what he's making for his family. Like, I mean, I guess it's good for like a person who's starting cooking for the first time. Avocado oil, brother. Doesn't it have a higher burning point? I forget what it was. There was one time where I was researching all of them and I was like, olive oil seems to be the best for what I use it for. But I do know avocado is better for you. Isn't that the whole thing?
See, we managed to fit everything in here. While the chicken is cooking, I'm going to grate some Parmesan cheese. Let's check on our chicken. This smells amazing. Okay, this looks good.
The salt pulls out the water, but also mixes with the water and creates salt water. Okay. There we go. How salt water is made. See, I was thinking about this. I feel like he put a little too much butter. I guess it's just like for what the recipe calls. But I feel like he's going to lose a lot of that seasoning. And like, see, he ends up losing a lot of the seasoning in the butter.
Our chicken is golden. The spices are getting cooked really nicely and attaching to the chicken. I can tell that it's running really hot, so I lowered the temperature just a little bit. So I'm between medium to medium high. because I do want my spices to cook but not to burn too much. The chicken is ready. This piece was thinner, so I took it out a bit sooner. You can see this beautiful golden color.
I just looked it up. I think olive oil is not meant to be cooked with because of carcinogenic properties. The AI tells me, this is from UC Food Quality. This is why you can't trust the AI. You literally cannot trust AI. Or I guess let me just look up the cancer. Because the thing it said is no, olive oil is not a carcinogen, or is not carcinogenic. In fact, research indicates that it is highly protective against cancer. The antioxidants and monounsaturated fats in olive oil, particularly extra high or extra virgin olive oil, may lower your risk of developing certain cancers. And then the thing comes from ucfoodquality.ucdavis.edu. Myth: extra virgin olive oil is the only healthy type of olive oil. All olive oil have healthy properties, while pure and light olive oil have gone through a refining process that removes much of the color, flavor, aroma, and antioxidants. These oils still contain healthy monounsaturated fats, squalene, and tocopherols. Studies show that monounsaturated fats have a positive role in the prevention of cardiovascular disease. Squalene is an antioxidant that may reduce cancer risk, with tocopherols, known as vitamin E, are antioxidants that slow down lipid oxidation. Extra virgin olive oil has more healthy properties than refined olive oils because extra virgin is minimally processed, thereby retaining more of the olive's healthy phenolics and antioxidants and their protective effects against cancer and coronary heart disease. Olive oil should not be used for cooking because of its low smoke point. Olive oil is excellent for cooking and can have, this is on the same website, excellent for cooking, can have a high smoke point, comparable to oils such as canola, rice bran, and high oleic peanut. Olive oil smoke point range from 347 degrees to 464 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 171 degrees Celsius to 240 degrees Celsius, depending on the grade, quality, and freshness. Depending on the grade, quality, and freshness. Good quality extra virgin olive oil has excellent cooking properties thanks to the natural antioxidants that are resistant to heat, thereby preventing the production from harmful compounds when heated. Moreover, the healthy phenols and monounsaturated fats from extra virgin olive oil can transfer into cooked foods. Vegetables cooked in extra virgin olive oil may contain more antioxidants compared to raw vegetables or boiling vegetables in water. Stir frying with extra virgin olive oil conserves almost all of the vitamin C in broccoli, while stir frying with peanut oil, soybean oil, safflower oil, and refined olive oil did not. So feel free to use olive oil in a wok. Just saying. Just use beef tallow. Yeah, cook with it. Just don't burn it. I think that goes with most oils, right? Like as soon as you start smoking, you've probably gone a little off and you should probably maybe restart. Like when I burn the oil in a pan, I always just go, damn it. And then I have to restart because I'm like, the pan got too hot. If I throw it in, it's going to burn what I'm throwing in there. And the oil's all messed up now because it's too hot. Trying to like lower the oil point, the oil's temperature too. I'm glad we had a little olive oil discussion. No, this is really interesting. This is literally coming from UC Davis, the UC Food Quality, and it's olive oil myths and facts. I just find that so funny. That's a whole article, but it should be.
I'm gonna set the chicken aside and continue.
I buy about 20 liters of olive oil in canisters from a farmer in Italy every year, and so far I don't got any cancer. And my whole thought process has always been this, right? It's never like a 100% chance. This is terrible advice. Do not take this advice. But it's never a 100% chance. So like, think about it like this. I'm not saying go and smoke cigarettes every day, but the stress you put on your body is definitely not going to be as bad as drinking like a full sugar soda. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh, going out in the sun, I can get cancer from the sun. Oh, this and that. You know what I mean? It's like you hear about a guy who did everything in his life, everything to try and live as long as possible, ends up dying at 45 to some heart, complication. And then you find out some lady's been smoking cigarettes and eating bacon and drinking sodas, and she's 120 years old, and you're like, we're all just built different. And so I think that the main thing we need to focus on to ensure our health is your mental well-being. That's square one. And as soon as you can, ensure that, then, your body just falls in line. I'm still waiting on that step 2, you know what I mean? But like I'm saying, I think that like the stress, like the idea of smoking a cigarette, I think smoking one cigarette, obviously if you're an addict, don't. And people with addictive personalities need to figure out how to make things work. But if you aren't an addictive person, if you don't have an addictive personality and don't get addicted to things easily, I think that smoking a singular cigarette for your stress would probably do less to your health than the impact of intense stress over a prolonged period or whatever. And it's like there's the give and take that there always will be. So burn your oils. Get those carcinogens in your body now. Carcinogens. Today. Party cigs don't count. Hey, if I'm drunk, then the cigarette didn't do anything. I barely even felt it.
You working in this pan. In the same pan, we're gonna throw our onion and our bell pepper. They go first. We want them to cook for 3 to 5 minutes till they're soft. And then we're going to add our garlic and tomatoes. We're going to add our garlic. And the garlic is going to go in for like 60 seconds, so basically a minute before we add the tomatoes. Because we want to give the garlic a chance to bloom on its own. Now I can smell the garlic too, which means that it's blooming. The garlic is getting its time. And we're going to add our tomatoes. The tomatoes are going to cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. Tomatoes add a lot of liquid, so that helps us at this point before we add the heavy whipping cream. So it's been like 3 minutes. You can see how the tomato.
Why are his dishes heart-shaped? Because he's married to Trisha Paytas. I mean, I kind of just immediately was like, oh, okay, yeah. They're hers. He moved into her house. I don't know if that's the case, but I assume that it is.
Those are cooked nicely with everything.
It's ass-shaped? Yeah, just flip it upside down.
Else, we're going to add 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. And now we're going to let it cook together and simmer a little bit. Now we want to assess, how thick is the sauce.
This actually looks like vomit.
How much time we need to give it. If
it was honestly doing well until it hit this point. I think the what was it, buttermilk? I was like half listening to him because his voice is too quiet. It just needs to like take in more of that color from stuff.
Add pasta water to it, or the opposite, let it simmer a little bit and evaporate some of the liquids. Also soon we'll taste it, so we'll see if we need to add more Cajun seasoning, salt and pepper. I'm also going to add a cup of Parmesan cheese, which also is going to help thicken the sauce. It's already getting to a really good consistency.
Did I say vomit? Meant vomit, but still. It's giving me that vom-ick. It's the way he stirs too. Oh, thank you for the ice cream. Lick. Thank you for the sundae. I also want to say thank you for all the people that have been sending me the tips. I forget what they're called in here. Tips on coffee. I really do appreciate it. It really means the most to me right now. I'm going to be responding to all of them personally once the stream's over.
And we'll probably lower the heat now to low, because if the heat is too high, sometimes the cream and the cheese, they don't bond together. So it's a good time to lower the temperature.
Wow. Supposed to be starting in 13 minutes and they don't even have a title or a thumbnail yet. Crazy. Let me get this new poll started for us. How did this one do? Oh, wow. You witness a coworker take credit for your idea during a meeting. You correct them publicly right now wins with 39%. We're not going to let them take our ideas. Thank you for the gold coin. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Heads or tails? Heads or tails? What would be a thing for a coin? I wonder. But yeah, so publicly correct them publicly won. Say nothing, complain in private came in second though with 26%. So that's interesting. It's split between the people that like confrontation versus the people that don't. And then we have a little bit here of people trying to actually figure out a way to mend the issue without causing any type of bigger issue. But I do like that calling them out publicly and kind of talking shit behind their back is also like winning. Both of those are the winners. But here, let's start this new poll of how late will the H3 show start today? I'm gonna get that up right now.
And I waited to add the Parmesan cheese before I taste it, because Parmesan also adds some saltiness, and I didn't want to overdo it with the salt. So from the looks of it, the sauce is ready, and this is a good consistency. I don't even think we'll need to add any water to it. I will taste it now to see if I need more salt or pepper. I tasted the sauce and it's perfect. It is spicy. This Cajun spice itself has in it canned pepper, so it is nice and spicy. I don't think we need any more pepper.
I guess that's fair. It is a bit of a bad poll because, like, realistically, you need a little bit more context. Like, what was the idea? Was it like something they're getting paid for? Is it are they the type of person to do that consistently? But I don't know. With that information, that's it. Like, you just had some idea for, it's basically like someone in class steals your joke. They said the joke louder from you and got the whole class to laugh. No, listen here, you. You just start yelling at them. I said that first. Everybody laugh again for me.
Or salt, for that matter.
And for all the people that voted for that one, that's not what I'm saying you'd do, but I do like that idea.
I could let it cook for a little bit longer because it is a little liquid, so it could get a bit thicker, which will be nice for our fettuccine pasta. And then we're gonna add the pasta in here. Okay, before adding the chicken to our dish, we are going to slice it into strips.
It does look like he cleaned the cutting board, but using the same cutting board that you did your raw chicken, your vegetables, and now you're doing the cooked meat on it too. You should get at least two. You should have at least two that you can then switch off on and then like put them through the wash or whatever, put it through the dishwasher or do a deep scrub on them. Because I don't know, I feel like even if you did a quick wash on it, too soon. Risking it.
You can see how beautiful the chicken is cooked and full of flavor. Our sauce is
Well,
ready.
yeah, and then doing raw meat on it is worse for that reason, right? I didn't think about that. The fact that it's a wooden cutting board, doing the raw meat on it isn't good either. What are you supposed to do? Because I don't like using, I only have plastic cutting boards, and I don't like them. I need to get new ones. What am I supposed to get? Do I just have to keep getting new plastic ones every like couple months?
And now we can add our pasta to the sauce. Okay, we can now mix it. It smells
That's what I
right.
thought, but I'm a vegetarian, so I have no idea. Yeah, that's something I haven't really looked into. I don't know that.
Amazing.
I'd eat it, just saying. I mean, that's the thing, right? Is, I mean, we can critique all of the steps. I think we're critiquing more of the video. If I came over to someone's house and they made me this dinner, yeah, I'd eat it. Like, oh yeah, that's pretty good.
And now we're going to add our chicken into the mix because we want the chicken to get...
Wait. He said it's spicy for the kids. Wait, now I'm even more confused. I thought when he said that it was too spicy for the kids, that meant he was going to make some that was less spicy, but instead he just made more chicken, because I thought that was the purpose of him, like, getting more chicken. Now I'm confused.
Get some of the sauce too.
Oh, a glass. I forgot those even existed. I literally forgot glass cutting boards even existed. Thank you.
And the chicken will also give its own flavor.
Actually, wood is better because it can be desanitized and doesn't hold onto bacteria. Okay. Because that's kind of what I was thinking. I guess I just don't know the differences between the different cutting boards. I guess that makes sense, though. I guess it all depends on the wear of your cutting boards, though, too, right? Like, obviously, something that's more chopped up and, like, with, you know, has, like, created pores, basically, is going to hold onto bacteria more. But yeah, glass, that does make sense, that glass would be the move.
And mix it now with the chicken. So now the chicken has beautiful sauce on it. And this is it. This is the dish. It's ready to go.
It's pretty good. It's just a war.
Okay, I always wanted to do this. Oh, I got a good...
It's like the worst way to plate pasta. Why did you always want to do
getting closer to getting that perfect rolled pasta look.
What does that mean? Is that like a thing in do I not go to enough fancy pasta spots?
Chicken pasta. That smells so good. Oh man, that smells so good.
Oh, maybe that's what he meant. They do extra chicken on the side and then the chicken in the pasta.
I'm so hungry. Can't we do that? Are peppers in this?
Yes, this recipe is like
different.
It's even more rich. It has like a little pepper.
He's so bad at explaining stuff. It's so rich in pasta, like he did earlier. It's right. It's so rich in pasta. It is so rich in pasta.
Pepper, tomatoes.
Oh my god.
You can actually build
Did you say very tomatoes?
Pepper, tomatoes.
Okay, no. Okay. I added a word in there. I thought he said it's very tomatoes.
Oh my god.
You can actually build up the sauce, the flavor.
I forgot.
It looks like in front of a green screen. I have to say, imagine being a kid and this is like the dining room you eat at all the time, and then going over to your friend's house and being like, what is going on?
How good. Oh my god.
It's spicy.
I forgot.
This Cajun seasoning is like spicy.
Yes, our favorite Israeli reality TV star. You're right. Here she is.
Is this a new one? A new Cajun seasoning? Or did you someone you did before? The new...
I don't know. I just don't remember it being so spicy.
It was not like this before, but it's so good.
Because you put a ton of Cajun seasoning on there. That's why I guess in my like thought process, I thought he was going to put on multiple seasonings. I processed slowly that he was putting just Cajun on. But a lot of Cajun like that, like, yeah, you want to create a crust, but yeah, it's going to make it pretty, not too spicy, but I just use straight cayenne. We just like create like a blend. We just do our own blend.
I think I have two spice mixes that I got back.
A man just replied to my story that he would knock my wig back. I'm not wearing a wig. I'm not even wearing a wig. I'm pissed. A weakling, a chump. Shame on him. Shame. Bozos like that deserve no respect. And that is the truth.
I guess like a jambalaya.
One time I had a guy Instagram me. Because sometimes I love replying in comments. I talk so much shit in the comments. It's so fun. Because you can just do it where you'll like, people talk shit to each other. My favorite thing to do is like when you're reading through the comments and you see like a chain of messages that's like 80 plus messages. And you see 9 weeks ago, 2 days ago from the same person. And this person's acting like a complete jerk, right? A real do-badder, not a do-gooder. This person's a jerk. I reply to them and I say, find something better to do with your time instead of sitting here for weeks replying to Instagram comments. And then I get the double because then they'll reply to me saying like, oh, you, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then I say, thank you for proving my point. And then I win. There we go. But I've had people, I get people really mad sometimes where I've had people come and DM me where they'll start like flexing money, being like, you're broke, go band for band with me. You don't have any money, you're broke. And I'm like, someone literally sent me a picture that was clearly not them, but it was like images of different people. And one of them was this dude sitting in the back of a car with just stacks of cash. And I just replied with like a laughing, crying emoji because I was like, bro, this is hilarious. Can you send me some? Come on. Just a little bit. You got it like that. And then I had one guy go to my page and try and call me ugly. And it was on an old Instagram account I had where I had the cul-de-sac haircut. I had like the skullet. And this guy really tried to reply to that picture by he and somebody else were in the comments like defending each other, and he went to my Instagram page to try and like talk shit on my page, but he replied to that guy on my page going, look at this guy. Like they literally left this post that they were on to come try and mock my appearance on my page. And I was, again, you got to be quick with the replies. I just hit him with the, I have to try and make myself look goofy. You just look like that. And then boom, what are they going to say? Done. And I also, he had a watch on that was like falling off his wrist. And I was just like, why don't you get a watch that fits? I said something like that. And then he deleted that post on his Instagram page. You got to be a menace in the comments sometimes. It's fun. They love to say we're ugly. I'm telling you, you can sleep at night knowing that they are having a way worse time than you. Like, truly, do not take it personally. Do not let any of them get under your skin, because all you have to do is like reply with laughing, crying emojis or any of like the most basic stuff, and they will get so pressed about it, and it's so funny. It's a great experience, truly. How much you want to bet it was the same person? Probably. Replying to himself, being like, hey, bro, come check this out. That'd be even better. Here, do they say anything important here?
Like driving home.
That's what life is about, coming home to a home cooked meal.
It's truly like you feel like you have everything. I feel like a family, yeah. And if you get someone in your house that cooks for you, cherish them so much. Tell them thank you.
She got a butler. She's happy about it.
You so much, because as someone who never had this before, Moses, like it is truly one of the like top 3 things I'm most thankful for. Like,
okay, I guess as long as it's top 3, I guess you can say Moses and her children. We'll just put them together as like a whole. Just family is 1. My family, my career, having my butler at home.
Aside from love, kids, marriage,
who are the kids with? It just sounds like they're off, like in a different room, going ah. Just
The cooking is probably my
they're playing. They're fine.
highest gratitude for you because it's
well, it's every day, and it's like
Oh, okay, there is somebody. It's probably your sister over or something. I heard an adult. I heard somebody else.
And at the end of the day, after a long day, the last thing you want is like looking at the takeout menu or making another stop in another place and now waiting in the restaurant. And like it just
no, it's
like you want to be home.
such a luxury. My dad always has that too, like with our kids, like the way he always brings up how he fed us because obviously he feels a little guilty about Domino's and McDonald's every day, which is like fine in moderation, but every meal of every day was that. So my dad always brings up like, wow, the kids are eating like vegetables and the kids are eating like, you know, they always get like these. So not only is it selfishly for me that I like this, I also like appreciate for our kids because they get, like you guys don't see, Moses will cook like literally 3 different dinners. If everybody wants something different, he's always cooking something for everyone because even Maldo and Elvis have very different tastes. So
They're like babies. I know they're like toddlers and little kids at this point, but like, I don't know. Accommodating them on that level, I do think that that's something that I'd like to do. I was going to say that's commendable because that is something that I would like to do when I have children, is when it's simple. I don't want to make 3 whole different dinners, but if it's like you don't like your chicken prepared this way, you want to prepare it a different way, or you want just your pasta, or you want like, you know what I mean? A slight difference in the way that the meal is prepped. Oh, we're having burgers tonight, but instead of burgers, I make theirs into meatballs and then just put a little bit of sauce on or something. You know what I mean? Like just some little thing that could be the same ingredients, just in a different manner. I feel like there is a lot of ways to do that, but for like what, like sub 5, I don't know if that's necessary.
he's cooking something different for everyone all the time. You think he cooked 4 dinners last time my dad was up.
I thought Trisha would never let anyone watch her kids but her. Yeah, and this isn't even when she's at work or anything. This is just while she's home, just having somebody watch the kids.
Here, like, and I'm just very thankful. And that's the thing, he always cooks for like my parents and stuff. Like it's so crazy. It's like you just, and it's a love language. It really is like an act of love. Is like cooking for so many people, and it's so much fun. It's a surprise.
If we didn't want to eat what my mom prepared, we were sent to bed hungry. Yeah, I mean that's kind of how my family was. See, my dad grew up in my dad was a bit more accommodating because I was a picky eater and he was a picky eater, and he said that when he grew up, it was that mentality of like, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna eat it. So you can sit here all night. And he has like one of those memories of sitting there all night until eventually they just like got frustrated and were like, go to bed. So he was more accommodating than that to like help us kind of get into eating foods. My dad's whole thing was like, try it once, and if you don't like it, then at least you tried it and we know you don't like it. So we don't have to like force you. So like I've tried egg salad, potato salad, and I think that's how I learned that my problem is I just don't like something like a mashed potato, something that's meant to be a little bit softer, that has too many textures within it. But my dad, when he would cook, would definitely make stuff like I'm saying, it's like if we're having chicken and a pasta and I don't want my chicken in my pasta or something. That's a bad example because I love chicken fettuccine Alfredo. But like if it was something like that, it'd be like put it on the side, just separate the two, eat them both separately, but at least you're eating the whole meal. Yeah, I had to sit at the table until the food was gone. I think my dad just in that case lucked out because his parents were divorced. So his mom was just like, go to fucking bed. We're done here. Go to bed. Glass cutting boards are good. It will dull your knife over time, but they're easy enough to sharpen. Yeah. And I mean, I have one of those blocks that like comes with the sharpener, so not too bad. I don't love potato salad either. I just don't get it. It just doesn't work for me. I also don't like cold potatoes or like cold versions of things that I usually eat warm. Like I don't really like deviled eggs. Like it isn't even the flavor of deviled eggs. I just don't like a cold egg. Like I love a warm hard-boiled egg. That's great. Like a cold egg, I'm good. I was born with a terrible digestive system, so I was miserable every day growing up because we did not have a choice when it came to food. Yeah. See, I've been cursed with a terrible digestive system, but it just runs in the family, so it's like we do what we can. food my mom made was good. I just can't digest a lot of things. True, true. See, I was actually born with pyloric stenosis, which is a complication that means that where you cannot eat food. I have a big scar across my belly. Kind of like Will Ferrell's. I don't know if he had the same condition, but I feel like some people are going to be like, Will Ferrell has a scar? Here. This is so low resolution. That's basically what it looks like. Big scar on my stomach like that from when I was a baby. Still nothing. Wow. Are we late? We're 6 minutes late with no title or thumbnail. What is happening? Is there no H3 today? That's what I'm thinking. Was that, did they say something on Instagram? Let me check. Anything? No, last thing was on Ethan's story 23 hours ago. Don't go by the posted start time because it's merely a tease. Well, I just remember like a week or two ago, Dan said that they're supposed to start at 11 PST. They've just been pushing back the start time to make it like make more sense. Why do they do this? What is this? I thought we were in an early era. That's what I'm saying. Here, is it time for the eel pit? Let's see. Let's see if I can even find it. Eel pit. Here, let's listen to Moses.
Moses didn't cook when I met him. Or not that I knew of anyways. We didn't cook when we first met.
Well, definitely not in that kitchen.
Oh, so funny.
Oh, it's the eel pit guy. Look. This looks like Alex the Fiction, doesn't it? Doesn't it literally look like Alex? Just from that thumbnail. Wow, it's really been that long. Like, look at that. That's Alex the Fiction. It exists. Moving a rare gar into my eel pit. Let's see if this is more entertaining than Moses.
Hi, everybody. So Garfield here, my albino alligator gar. He's ready to move out of this 500-gallon aquarium and down into the eel pit. But first, I'll give you an update on everyone down there.
Everyone in the eel pit has been doing extremely well. You can see how much caviar and roe have grown, my 2 diamond sturgeon. These guys are definitely fattening up. They love their pellets. Then there is the long-ear sunfish. There's actually a few long-ear sunfish down here now. I've actually got a breeding pair somewhere on the gar end. And then here is Garlic doing amazing.
We need collective action to force H3 to start on time. Ethan must be held accountable. We've got to dangle him upside down by his feet over a ledge. You're going to start on time, buddy.
Well, looking tiny. He's probably one of the biggest fish in here. And he looks tiny in the eel pit, so not too worried about space still. Yeah, I love watching him eat. And then here are some of the American eels. I believe this is Mentally Eel here. Mealany on the left there. And I think that's Crunchwrap. That's either Crunchwrap or Shaquille. That one right in the middle. And then there is Vanilla Bean. Also enjoying.
Is this eel pit? Yes, I'm actually giving you the eel pit. I've done it first. The real eel pit. It's no longer a joke. It's no longer a goof. The meme is dead. It's been 2 years. Ethan already showed this months ago. Oh, I forgot. My bad. Oh, yeah, you're right. Y'all don't remember?
Doing some pellets. Caviar. I love when they turn and face the camera.
Lately, Ethan's memory's been pretty bad. I think he might need to get some Trump tests. He needs some of those dementia tests started. Because that memory is shot.
But he did not. There he goes. Anyway, the star of today's video is Garfield, my albino alligator gar. He's actually got one black eye and one red eye, so he's kind of split right down the middle of his head. If you look, the marbling goes over his eye, making him a very unique fish. His snout is a little bit bent downwards. I believe that'd be due to inbreeding, just because that's how they do keep these genetic traits going, like albino and platinum, is pretty much just by inbreeding them. You can see there's his red eye on this side. But he is a beautiful fish nonetheless, and luckily I'll be looking at him top down in the pit. I don't think that snout will ever grow into anything that would harm him. Then there's one of my big Polypterus Inlicari. I got 2 big Inlicaris and 2 big ornates in here. That'll also be rehoming. And in my sump, he's been in the sump for months. This is Bathtub. He was actually the smallest of the American eels, and he's actually grown quite nicely in the sump. But I'll get him back in the pit. But yeah, we have not seen Bathtub in a while. But then it's time to grab Garfield.
Come on, Garfield.
I use this big dip net here, and you can see the gar are actually pretty calm in aquariums. So he comes right out until I get him out of the water. Then, of course, he goes absolutely crazy. And get him in this little transfer tub to bring him out to the pit to acclimate him. He's probably about 77 degrees in the 500-gallon aquarium. So now we've got to drop that water temperature down to, yeah, I think the pit's 72, 73 right now. And this is the end of summer, so this is peak warm temperatures that the pit
You know, I've never thought about like how they do this. That actually makes so much sense, because you don't want to, like, you know, shock the fish's system by putting them in cold water immediately, or like, you know, changing the temperature. So I never thought that. That's actually a pretty good method.
Experiences, which is perfect for the sturgeon. The gar don't mind at all. They feed all summer and then kind of go into their winter hibernation. You can see I added this 55-gallon drum with absolutely full of bio balls. And
Like, did he get, like, did the government come and take him down? Or this was 10 months ago. Snorkeling for aquarium fish. Snorkeling Indonesia for aquarium fish 10 months ago. Oh no. Does he not film anymore? They came and took all his gars. All his eels. How sad.
Tangs. These are unicorn tangs. In an aquarium, big show size ones like this would be like $300 or $400. But they were everywhere. We also went to some fish markets around Bali. And it'd be a frozen tub of ice with 40 or 50 adults like this in it. Just
time to take them. They're yours now.
All just flows back down into the eel pit. But yeah, I can actually take this off and add water to his tub whenever I want. So that kind of makes it easy to acclimate new fish. Kind of give them some pit water versus whatever water they come to me in. And then it is time to get him in. So then my brother caught him out of that and passes him down to me here.
Passes me down to the pit.
Poor little guy.
Because for a second you're like, where's the pit? These are just a bunch of tanks. And then you see a big open hole in the ground. Like, what is happening?
Field. He's very well fed. As you can see, he's pretty round for a gar. I kind of wanted to boost him up a little. That's why Garlic went in. Garlic was just much larger than he was when they went in. So I wanted to boost up Garfield a little bit more in the tank. So I kept him back another month or two. That's actually Bongo, the freshwater drum on the...
Now you have to watch PewDiePie and act like he called in. Well, that's the one thing. That's the one part that I thought was funny. They completely ignored that part. PewDiePie did call in after that meme. There was a point where PewDiePie did call in. I forget what for. And they told him about how it had been a bit. This isn't me doing a bit. That one actually happened. PewDiePie did come on stream.
Left there. And there he goes, off with the other gar.
Anything yet? Still nothing. Wow. Despicable, really.
Gar pretty much hang out on the dark side of the pit. And then the sturgeons pretty much swim everywhere. The crabs usually stay under the light, and then the eels just hide all day. But then I am breaking down the 500 gallons, so I'm going to rehome all my Polypterus here as I drain the tank. They're pretty common species. They are all very big. They're probably 4 or 5 years old, all of them. But I do want to switch this tank over to saltwater, actually. So after catching all of them out, here they are. There's one of my big Endlicheri, and the two ornates. The smaller one's darker, and then the big one's definitely lightened up some. They're probably their prettiest when they're like 2-3 inches. They're solid black with yellow spots.
What do we think? What do we prefer, eel pit or cooking videos?
We order takeout a lot from the same places. But it was quarantine, I guess.
PewDiePie was a guest on the podcast. I think he was the second episode. Or the first, was he the first episode? He was like one of their first guests, I think. And then he'd come on again. In what I'm talking about, I think. I don't think there was any. I think it was just those 2 times. I enjoy eel pit more.
The Endlicheri keep their color, and that really depends on substrate more than anything on them. Black substrate will really darken those bands. Super cool fish. I love keeping them, but I can do something different now that the 500 is essentially empty after I move the gar out. These guys really do just hang out at the bottom. But here is...
Wow, I was right on the money. Here's episode 2. H3 podcast number 2. PewDiePie. Felix Kjellberg, however you say it. I want to see if I can catch when he called in that episode too. I literally cannot remember what it was. There was a reason that he called in. Lost to the archives.
Garfield in the pit. He handled the...
Ooh, maybe that should be Moses' next video. Cooking an eel. It's a possibility. It'd be terrible.
Changed pretty well. Showed no signs of stress or anything. This wild spotted gars still spook when Jason does really well, but Gardos and Garchomp, the 2 smaller ones, really still spook when I walk beside them. Jason is pretty much just like garlic.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't expecting them to be this late today. I'm very much run out of stuff. Are there any recommendations? Anything that I haven't seen that I need to talk about? That we need to discuss? Do we want to see Uma Palma's stream? Let's see how his streams go. I'm curious.
Ever say these things, and then you have the person responsible for these things being said about you, and you don't even come after him. Forget about legally, he hasn't even come after him, and like socially on stream, he hasn't called him out. He hasn't come after Destiny about this at all. You want to be pedantic about it? It's Destiny's accusation even completely definitive? He said likely. Right, yeah. The constant slurs of this guy. Destiny also said his followers should call CPS, and calling CPS was a good thing, as the concern is legitimate. But that's the thing with lawsuits, though, Keo. Keo says, if this gets taken seriously by a court, I'm just going to be so confused. It doesn't really have to, like, for it to have sort of the intended effect that I assume Ethan wants, because, like, he knows that this is a very precarious,
Is anybody getting anything from this? Is anybody taking away anything from this? Like, I know I skipped to kind of the middle here, but there has not been a singular takeaway from what I've seen.
It's like a hyper prime.
I mean, I guess he's got cool little things down here. Should I set that up for you guys? Should you guys get cool little figures, little characters that run around at the bottom of the screen? Is that what that is? Are those his members? That's kind of cool.
Accusation, like he jumped somehow from Destiny saying it to Ian being responsible for it. He can still drag him through court. I mean, he can still cost him a ton of money, I believe, in the Canadian courts anyway. I mean, it seems like the lawsuit had gotten...
Oh, we don't need that. We need this. Ian always delivers. Not bad Ian.
The other night,
Good
I
Ian.
decided to treat myself with a night out on the town at an Italian restaurant. The food was great, the atmosphere was lovely, the music was sensational, the Aperol spritz were flowing like a waterfall. Except a sad thought crossed my mind. While I was out enjoying a delicious, succulent Italian meal, my poor cat Ruben has to eat the same meal in the same boring location every single day. I didn't think that was very fair. Now obviously I can't take Ruben to the Italian restaurant, but I decided, what if I take the Italian restaurant to Ruben. So I started to build a small Italian restaurant, cat-sized. This is Critter Kitchen. This is my workstation. This is the only place I need to work on. And this is where you've chosen to lay down. You picked the most convenient place to lay down for a nap. The one spot I'm trying to work at. For the restaurant itself, I'm picturing this cozy, speakeasy, loungy vibe. I have this red velvety texture. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna fix it to some poster boards. So here's the poster board attached around the corners with glue. This will make the wall.
Finally got a title and thumbnail. It means I'll probably go live any second. Explaining my lawsuit against Idubbbz. H3 show number 279. We don't have the AI airbrushing over this one as bad. I'm surprised Ian's teeth aren't just all one tooth.
Nice and smooth and covered with cat hair already. We're off to a great start. And then for the floor, thinking checkerboard. There'll be a nice little dining table in the center. For that, you need a classic picnic blanket vibe. We're using some wooden dowels in that.
I like Ian's videos, but it's kind of funny that the porch is just non-existent. Yeah, at this point, it's more off the porch than on the porch. Because I think that's what he should have called him. Is it should be on the porch is the podcast he does, and he should be doing them tangentially here, just, you know, or doing them just every once in a while, not tangentially. He should just be doing them every once in a while, doing a podcast here or there. It doesn't even need to be anything crazy, and that's on the porch. But all of these are hopping off the porch, getting work done.
Red velvet.
I sounded like Uma Palma talking about precarious
material. These nice little curtains that are just glued on, rested along the top of the scene. I printed out some Tuscan landscapes. I have a couple of these windows for doll houses. I'm gonna want the moon like right in the corner there. So now I'm gonna cut these out and glue them. Would you like to inspect my work? Or just rub your face all over the window?
This is just what cat parents do. This is an average cat parent weekend.
Oh, yep. You want me to rub your head with the window? Okay. I'm glad you're enjoying this so far. Does this pass inspection? Oh yeah, just take that. Don't worry, just take it. I'm not doing anything here. Yes? Excuse me, sir. I bought these cute little bottles here. I figured they could essentially be little cat wine bottles. I'm gonna have to go design some cat-themed labels to match these bottles. For the fake wine brands, I tried to make something you might find at a boutique grocery store. This was Hot Tin Roof, and it was a Moscato, not a Moscato. We have our first wine. This is a very nice brand, actually. Aged in cat years. 1 year for wine in cat years is about 7. So this is a nice one to add to the collection. This feels like it should be something that's a bit stronger. This is the cat's pajamas. This is a Meow Low, not a Merlot. You're drinking cat's pajamas when you and your feline posse are in some alleyway.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Lust. Thank you so much. I don't know how much longer we're going to be going, but I really do appreciate all the raiders popping in. It really does mean the world. Word up. Word up. Wait, let me get a... I don't know why I started doing this like it was for me. I meant to clap for you. I started taking the cheers for myself, but clap, clap, clap for you. Thank you for stopping in.
In fish bones whole, like you're right out of a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Ruben loves cat's pajamas. Oh, he loves this. You want the bottle? Here. Look at my workstation. Look at this workstation. This is the last bottle. This one I don't think is quite a wine. This is a tiny little bottle. I'm thinking this is like MSG or something that you can put on your food. But this is curiosity. You don't want to go too crazy with this on your food. And if you have too much curiosity, you know what happens. I might put some catnip in this. Most Italian restaurants sort of have a large centerpiece artwork. I bought this sort of elaborate gold frame. Now, what better person to put in this photo than Frank Sinatra? sort of the Mona Lisa of the Italian restaurant. The initial direction, I went with the Frank Sinatra photo where I tried to make him part man, part cat, actually horrified me.
Well, it's because you didn't have him looking in the right direction. You should have flipped the image first.
So I went in a new direction and just replaced his face with Ruben's face, added some shadows, and created Frank Sinatra. Old Blue Eyes himself. Here he is.
It's actually really good. In the frame like that, it looks really good.
An Italian restaurant also needs some nice glass windows, so I bought a couple of these frames here, and I
feel like he bought 90% of this stuff at Hobby Lobby.
Mosaic tiles, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply these mosaic tiles to these frames. These look kind of tacky and horrible, but I put in too much work to not use them now, so I'm just gonna kind of tuck them away somewhere. I ordered this little piano. It was very cheap, and you could tell because the keys are painted the wrong way. There's a nice blend of micro and macro plastics going on in here, which is wonderful. It's a beautiful thing. This comes with a little bench. Okay, that popped in, good. Everything about this is screaming this is about to explode. I do not like this. You know what? That's good enough. These are the pedals for the piano.
You know, I never really noticed it that much. Like, they would always talk about Ian's hand shaking on the H3 podcast. I'm noticing it so much now, his tremor. Like him trying to show stuff on this like close-up cam.
Awkward looking. The pedals are way higher than the legs, but sure. I bought this little finger puppet mouse in the Italian restaurant. He can get on the keys, you know, and really jam out. Ladies and gentlemen, Maestro.
How are they still not started? This is actually getting outrageous, guys. It's officially, in 2 minutes, it will have been 30 minutes. I just realized I'm just sitting here watching Ian's video being entertained. So I do just want to tell you guys, go watch and see how this cat restaurant turns out for yourself. Go check out On the Porch with Ian. Great stuff. Just giving a little shout out here. We're just running out of anything to talk about. Anything else we could talk about would take too long. Because look at this. Internet versus Denim's lawsuit. Here, let's see if there's anything interesting here. You get so anxious when they don't start. What am I supposed to do? I need a backlog.
As long. Yeet also posted this clip of Denim's reacting to her tweets with the caption, Denim's provides an update on her tentative victory in court over Ethan Klein.
A big reason why tentative rulings are so important is because it's very rare that they are changed. Like, it's not impossible that a judge can overrule, or like not overrule, but that the judge can change their ruling or change the decision, the original decision, but your lawyer would have to provide like a lot of evidence to convince the judge not to rule that way. So I feel really good. Oh, and then something else that's very important. So we still have to wait anywhere from 2 days to 2 months for the judge to...
Has it always been like this? I feel like her background looks more and more like it's trying to mimic Hasan's background. Maybe it's just the shelving, but I don't know. That's just how it feels to me.
Officially publish a final ruling. Even if the tentative ruling goes through, Ethan could potentially still appeal.
Shut up, socialist.
I have to say, one really sad thing about, I almost feel a little bit bad for Ethan because a lot of the people that are on his side are some of like the most anti-Semitic people I've ever seen in my life.
And this is what I mean too, is again, it's these people that think, oh, it's all coming from the H3 community. It's always just them. It's never anybody else. Like Denim's, you're getting, you have dislike other than from just the H3 community. There are reasons to dislike you.
Like it's kind of like unbelievably disgusting that like, if these are the people rooting for you, man, I would hope that there would be some introspection. And then if he appeals, obviously the case would go on even longer, but if he doesn't appeal, there is technically still the other case. So he's suing me for the content nuke, but he's also suing me for the countdown episode, the podcast episode before the content nuke. So yeah, there's a lot to still discuss and still get to, and it's not over till it's over, is what I'm saying.
And Willie Mackshow replies, if you are a reactive streamer in the USA, this is a huge win for you.
Is what I was saying. My point.
Bish OP says, I'm going to start reacting to Netflix documentaries immediately after they release. As long as I stream 3 times longer than the content and criticize it, I'm fine. And D's Nuts says, just ignore all the additions Dinubbbz added to the content nuke that turns it into a separate product.
I think she is referring to the Kino Casino guys, but they don't like Ethan either. They just hate all leftists and hope they take each other out. Yeah, and that's what I mean too, is it's just like maybe she is, maybe I'm just taking that as too direct, but she's saying, so you're saying she's calling Kino Casino the fans. I thought she was specifically just talking about that one chatter she banned, but I guess that could be the case too.
You can win if you have the money to fight Netflix in court. And Bish says, I'll talk throughout the watch party. And I'll...
Is it her place to say if Lex Juther is anti-Semitic? I don't think Ethan minds that title. I mean, that's just kind of a funny one. Lex Juther. But also, it's like, is that person, you really think they're supporting Ethan? To be like, they're just shitting on you. They're calling him a villain. Like, in that, they're calling him a villain. Like, I don't think Ethan would necessarily care about the title, because it's like, they're just saying he's strategic and yada yada. But like, they are calling him a villain inherently. So I would doubt that that's his, that it's necessarily just a fan.
I'll crowdfund the lawsuit in the name of Palestine. And D's Nuts says, okay, why is that wrong then? And Maximo Chair says, if she wins this, it's open season to react to literally anything. And Only Smart Brain says, well, yes. That was determined 10 years ago when Ethan got sued by Matt Haas. Miserable Artist also posted this clip of
again, what I was just specifying with the Ian video is the case. You have to in Ethan's lawsuit with Matt Haas, it specifically outlined that only using portions of the videos that you create commentary for would be considered fair use. Me using just this bit of this video would be considered fair use, but watching the full thing in its totality under the outlinings of that initial case would not stand, or at least wouldn't, again, necessarily stand. But it does seem like that's kind of what's in contention right now.
Livestream Fail subreddit with the caption, Dinubbbz says she's disappointed with Philly D and Moist Critical after not covering her lawsuit in regard to being handed a favorable ruling with Ethan and Klein's own precedent in part 1 of her 2-part lawsuit.
Disappointed with...
Oh.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
And here we go. Again, if you want to see Internet Versus, go check this out. I've went way longer than I needed to. I need to start packing some stuff up. I really do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you really do feel so inclined, click that link. Help me move. Send me a tip on coffee. I really do appreciate everybody that already has. I'm going to send replies back to all of you with a big thank you. It really does mean the world. You're all the best. You all do awesome. You all will succeed. And I will hopefully see you again on Friday. Again, I'm moving right now, so I'm trying to make sure everything works accordingly. But all good things will happen. I'll keep you all updated as we get through this process. Thank you all so much. This is Cap and Quasar signing off.